Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Primetime.
Welcome back.
How the hell you been?
Not too bad, man. How you been?
Doing good.
This didn't open for some reason. Like the tab went in. The tab went into the drink, but it didn't open.
Are we starting this already?
What do I do with this?
Come on, man.
Gotta like jam it with a pen now.
What do we? How we start the show?
I'm good now. Cheers.
This is like off-season shit right now. Come on.
No, that's like week 8 Adam Gase shit.
So let's bring on the third amigo. What's up, man?
Yo, who is that guy? Primetime, who is that guy to the left of you, man? Haven't seen him in so long, man. My God, who's that?
I haven't had all three of us on a stream in a minute.
I forgot how to stream, to be honest with you. I was like, what the hell?
What celebrity out here tonight? Wow. What's up, Mr. Tyson? How you been, bro?
What's up, fellas?
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. So now we're on the show for 2 minutes, and Elmo's already complaining. Thank God, Tyson. Show Primetime how to operate the damn chat.
I'm a little slow on the chat, but I thought we had some good conversations last week, Tyrone, right? Like, we had some good calls. Lasted, a little long. A little long on some of the calls, but, they were pretty good.
Went 20 minutes, but, hey.
After maybe went 23 minutes.
I heard that Primetime is too nice and the calls last forever. I heard that. And you know the funny, well, first of all, I'll answer Balls' question. What's up, Balls? Am I related to Mike Tyson? I wish I was, dude, because I take some of that money and some of the weed, but I'm not. But the funny thing about Kevin is he's like, yo, bro, we got to keep the calls short, man. We got to keep the calls short. And then I get the feedback is like, bro, Kevin has like 30-minute calls. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
It was an off-season show.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, can I say one thing, though?
No.
Yo, please. This is very important.
No,
very important.
definitely not.
I felt really good. So, listen, I picked up in Conover, North Carolina, right? And it's a guy, I forgot his name, but he's been calling in. He tries to get in all the time, bro. So I go in there, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm a Jets fan. I'm like, yo, man, check out our YouTube, whatever. He was like, yo, I know the show. When I say he started breaking down stuff about Tyson and Primetime, I knew he was a fan. He was like, yo, oh, snap, you're Tyrone. So, yo, you see a...
So you're the celebrity now.
He's a celebrity. We're just nobody.
You see a guy from North Carolina, man. Bring him on, man. I should have got his number, but I didn't.
So is that going to be his name in the chat? Guy from North Carolina? Is that what I look for?
Not too many people in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, my bad.
So what's up, everybody? Let's see. Did I get Metallica tickets? I do not have them yet. I'm waiting for the concert to come closer, but I'm going to go Friday and Sunday. I'm going both days. So
where are they playing?
MetLife.
Oh, wow.
In August. So Friday and Sunday, they're going to be expensive. I'm going though, 100%. What's
up,
everybody?
After that, you would love that.
I was supposed to go on Jet Turbulence, and I had to cancel last minute because my schedule was ridiculous. I was heading to Miami, so and I think they're mad at me now. So now I'm on like the banned list. So.
Oh shit!
I'm busy, man. So what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. We got a lot of this guy called Aaron Rodgers to talk about. We have Nathaniel Hackett to talk about.
It's Rodgers or bust.
Not for me. It's not. So
don't even try to sell me on fucking Carr and some other bullshit.
Listen, man, I'm not listening. This is what I like this show because I'm not gonna be like the puppet like everybody else on social media is. I have to think one way and not any other way. I'm gonna say what I think, and if you guys don't like it, I genuinely don't care.
I'm just saying because all the puppets are telling me that Carr, Rodgers are basically the same thing. That we're gonna win a Super Bowl with either.
To me, there's more than one answer for this team. It's not Aaron Rodgers. The season's over. We're gonna be screwed. I don't think that's the case.
If you want a chance to have a legitimate run in the next 2 years, Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback.
Yeah, is he going to guarantee he's going to play 2 years?
Exactly.
This motherfucker can't guarantee he's going to play this year. You're going to guarantee 2 years?
That's why I said last week. I mean, you structure a deal where you give up a first-round pick this year, you get him. If he plays again next year, you give up another first-round pick. 2 first-round picks, you get 2 years out of him. Or if you get a Super Bowl out of him in year 1, they can take 2 first-round picks. I don't care.
Okay, Tyrone.
Limit yourself. Yo,
there's a way to structure it.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, yeah, I like the. I would love to go for Aaron
Rodgers. How do we limit ourselves? Limit ourselves from what?
Because listen, if it doesn't work, bro, we set ourselves back 3 or 4 years.
What if it doesn't work with Carr? What if it doesn't work with Carr?
I don't even want Carr. I don't know who I want at this point.
Hold on, let's just before we go all over the place here, because now we're just kind of spiraling. So the first thing is there's a timeline for all of this. So now
a problem,
with Derek Carr playing the Pro Bowl on this weekend, there's a chance the Raiders could cut him earlier because if he gets hurt, his contract's guaranteed.
Yeah.
He could fall down the goddamn steps of the Pro Bowl, and that money's guaranteed. So Raiders may cut him. If Carr becomes available quickly, and the Jets say, you know what, we're going to wait for Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is like, you know what, I'm not talking until after the Super Bowl, after this, after that. The only problem you have is that you can lose your other options by the time that Aaron Rodgers figures out what he wants to do.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Carr is going to be the first domino to fall with all these quarterbacks, and Rodgers most likely is going to slow play this. So, I mean, I'm not investing in Carr until I know definitively that Aaron Rodgers does not want to become a New York Jet. There's no way.
The problem is this, though. Listen, like Tyson just said, if Carr gets cut this week, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't, bro. It's like you're going to wait to see what Aaron Rodgers is going to do, and what if you don't get him anyway? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Then you lose.
Then you're really
totally
screwed.
lose. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
If Carr is not winning you a Super Bowl, doesn't matter to me.
Can I ask you a question, though? Is our top three?
Know that, though.
Are we going to agree to our
He
top
couldn't even
three?
win a division title.
Is our top three?
He's not beating Mahomes. He's not beating Burrow. He's not beating Allen.
But see, the thing is,
now you got Sean Payton to deal with.
Okay, so I understand.
Where does the tandem of Carr and Saleh put the New York Jets in the AFC?
Bro, but so I understand the Aaron Rodgers thing, so we can enjoy this 1 year magical carpet ride and hope everything goes great. And if it doesn't, we're having the same conversation next year.
We've been having the same conversation, Tyson, for 12 years.
Yeah, but I see.
Getting sold
I don't think
dreams on free agent dollars that turn into nothing.
I understand.
On draft picks that turn into nothing. So
but
why
see,
not go all in?
I don't
take
understand.
A shot at a home run in a Hall of Fame quarterback. Why not do it?
I'll take that shot. And if that shot's not working out, I think. See, I like Derek Carr, so I'm like, if we get Derek Carr, I'm not mad about it.
He's a good quarterback. He probably makes the Jets a playoff team. You're not winning a Super Bowl with Derek Carr.
We don't know that. Like, so now all of a sudden there's a slam dunk. So now the only way the Jets win the Super Bowl this year is Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, the only way 2 weeks ago, Lamar Jackson was the only guy.
Well,
now it's Aaron Rodgers. And then when the wind blows again, it's going to be
Lamar Jackson's going to get the exclusive tag. You're not going to get Lamar Jackson.
Well, listen, does it come to this, though? So can we say this? Is it Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, and say Garoppolo our top three, right?
No. Garoppolo's not in my top three, dude.
Who's your third?
Well, who's your third?
Tannehill?
Lamar Jackson.
That's not happening.
But dude, hold on. We have people currently ready to give up 2 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers, who's 39 years old and will play 2 years max. Max, he's going to play.
That'll be the most fun.
Can't even guarantee that.
These next 2 years with Aaron Rodgers would be the most fun that we've had as Jet fans in 15 years.
Potentially. There's no guarantees.
Yes.
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantees.
Even if it's a colossal bust, I would enjoy watching it.
And you're saying this.
But again, but we've stuck to the process, Tyson, for 12 years. How many different rebuilds have we gone through?
I'm not arguing with you, but to me, I'm not Aaron Rodgers or bust.
What's the reason not to do it though?
You can go for it. I want contingencies, dude, because
the way he treats things, you have to do those contingencies now, though. You have to get Carr now.
I'm talking about
Rodgers might not be until the summer.
Bro, can I talk at all? I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. Like, everybody wants to suck his dick over and over and over. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's great. I understand all of that. The one thing I don't want to do is give up all this shit, go 10-7, win 1 playoff game, get bounced out next year. Like, you know what, bro? I'm good. I'm out.
Can't that exact same scenario happen with Carr?
Carr's getting more than Carr's gonna play 5 years, dude. Carr's gonna be more than 1 year here.
And
listen.
And what did the last 5 years with the Raiders? What did the last 5 years with the Raiders do?
So now Derek Carr. Wait, hold on.
What did the last 5 years?
Better than anything we've ever had in this fucking team.
And what have we had? And what have we had? Yes, he's a very good quarterback. He makes the Jets.
So now you don't want a very good quarterback. Now you don't want a very good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. He makes the Jets a playoff team. He's not winning you a Super Bowl.
So now a good quarterback can make
5 years in that.
So now a good quarterback.
We're going to invest 5 years. We'll make the playoffs twice, maybe win a playoff game, and then we'll be circling.
So you have it all figured out, dude. So we can end the show now. It's either Aaron Rodgers will get a Super Bowl or everything's over. Why even talk?
Listen.
So now, but Tyron, you know what's funny? Because now having a very good quarterback is not good enough because only the quarterback can win. Let's fuck Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, all this.
No, you know what else? He's the head coach. Do we have the head coach?
Hold on.
Do we have the head coach?
No. No. Because in your world, it's Aaron Rodgers wins just everything. To me,
he gives me the best chance to win.
Dude, to me, Derek Carr is a very good quarterback. Here's an idea. You have this supposedly very good defense, top defense in the eyes of many. The Jets are a win-now team. If you have a quality head coach and a quality coaching staff, guess what? You can win football games with Derek Carr. He's not as bad as people think he is.
I'm not saying he's bad.
So and then here's an idea.
Football games.
And here's an idea. You have an answer for more than 1 year.
Nobody's disputing that.
You are. So
When did I say the Jets would be a bad team with Carr?
No, you said no. Your words were
they'll be a good team that peaks at a wild card spot. That's what the Jets are going to be.
I disagree with you. I think they're better than that.
You think they're going to top the Bills and Josh Allen with Carr?
Bro,
he has the
every
ability to take
year,
them to that level.
why can't? So now Derek Carr is just.
When has he done it though?
Bro, so what? I'm willing to take that chance. I'd rather have a guy that's going to be here for 5 years than sit here and deal with fucking Jimmy Garoppolo or Baker Mayfield.
5 years, a couple wild card spots, great. I want to win a Super Bowl.
But this is the whole
we all
point.
want to win a Super Bowl, though. And you know what, dude? I'm sure
Rodgers gives me the best chance to do that. Not even close.
For
Rodgers
1 year.
gives me the best chance to do it.
Cool.
Maybe 2 years.
But I got a question.
We don't know.
But prior to, are you willing to gamble?
Yes.
And miss out on the quarterback? What if we don't get Aaron Rodgers? Then what? Prime time?
Then what?
That's the problem. That's
left?
the scary part about. That's the scary part.
I'd honestly rather 1 year of Tannehill, Jimmy G, whoever, instead of 5 years of Carr. If it's only just going to get me a playoff spot. Wait until we could draft a quarterback. Who knows if this coach and GM are going to be back next year?
Here's a really good point. Well, to be fair, Rodgers scored only 16 points against the Lions in a win-in situation.
Yeah, he only won 7 in a row before that.
Getting Rodgers doesn't guarantee a playoffs. He's only won 1 Super Bowl. We're acting like he won 5, but let's not get those facts in the way.
What does Carr won?
Choked in the playoffs.
What does Carr won?
So what did primetime? What did Matthew Stafford do? That could be Carr.
Are we bringing a Hall of Fame coach, McVay? Or do we have that on the staff?
So in your
Daniel
world,
Hackett going to be McVay?
Well, then that's not my problem.
For Carr. Is that going to happen?
I didn't hire Hackett. Saleh did.
Yeah. I mean, well, listen. I mean, well, both of you.
I'd rather pay. I just told one comment. I'd rather pay Mike White. Give me Mike White for $5 million instead of Carr for 30.
But what you're going to do is this, though. If you want to upgrade at the quarterback position. I understand that. But listen, if we could get Aaron Rodgers to make that move happen right now, that's a whole lot better. But to sit back and wait till after the Super Bowl or into March or into April.
So we go after Carr, we get him, and then what happens if Rodgers does get traded? We're not players in that now. That would suck.
If the timeline sucks for everybody, dude. So this is on the Jets. This is on the Jets. They can say, you know what? Yeah. Listen, if the Jets want to let Carr walk and you want to Lamar Jackson's not going to go anywhere, he's on a tag. You want to say we're all in on Aaron Rodgers, then fucking sell your soul and get him, and you better win. Because there's risk associated with this. Everybody thinks that
there's risk associated with any move you make.
But I understand that. But the risk with him is a lot more than other guys because he's going to be 40 years old. He contemplates retirement every year. It's a roller coaster ride. It's not a slam dunk. It gives him a great chance to win.
I think giving 5 years to Carr is a bigger risk than giving up a first-round pick or 2 first-round picks for an Aaron Rodgers with what he could give you potentially for 2 years. That is everything the Jets need. Everything the Jets need. To erase the stink of the collapse last year, to bring some credibility to this organization, Rodgers is everything we need.
Right.
Carr is everything we don't need.
As long as he does the right thing, he's committed to the team, he plays at a high level, and he plays for 2 years.
And if he's going to play, he'll be that.
You assume. I mean, he can't report till what? Fucking end of June. But that's fine.
I find it hard to believe he's just going to come here and half-ass it. He's not going to go out like that.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is, but listen, y'all both got valid points. But the point of the matter is, though, listen, an upgrade of what we have right now is the most important thing. We don't want the bottom.
Tyrone, everybody's an upgrade.
Exactly. That's
every name that's out there is an upgrade of what we have.
And we don't know we're getting the same defense from last year. Carr makes last year's team a playoff team. This year, we don't know who's coming back.
Now I understand that, but it's the same. Listen, this is the point of the matter, man. Listen, if we miss out on one of these top tier guys, I got top 3 guys. I got Aaron Rodgers, got Derek Carr, and I got Garoppolo. Those 3, one of those 3, I'm happy with. I'm telling you, if we get a Brissett or some shit like that, we're gonna be pissed. This is the problem. So if Carr gets cut this week, do you really want to take the chance that you're gonna get Aaron Rodgers? Now, listen, if they let Carr walk, then they know they're getting Aaron Rodgers. But it's a hard.
Tyrone, but the thing is,
how many teams just get rid of franchise quarterbacks like that? That doesn't ring any alarms.
The Packers are getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. What are you talking about? He's a franchise quarterback that guarantees a Super Bowl. You're saying the Packers are walking away from him.
They drafted a quarterback in the first round 4 years ago. They actually developed.
But no, Aaron Rodgers gets you a Super Bowl, and the Packers are letting him walk.
Yeah, and they just had him for 15 years. They won their Super Bowl. They had their quarterback waiting in the wings who's a free agent, who, if he's not starting next year, is probably going to walk and go somewhere else. Now's the time for them to move on.
If you're about winning.
Why wait for him to retire? If you can get 2 first-round picks right now and hand the job to the guy that
your question was what teams let a Super Bowl quarterback walk? The Packers are.
Okay. What teams let an MVP caliber quarterback walk in the prime of their career? or even a Pro Bowl quarterback.
He's not
a really
prime
good
time.
Super Bowl winning quarterback. You don't
Not,
see teams
he's not in
just
his
get rid
prime.
of quarterbacks
But
like
he's
that.
not
The
in his
Packers are
prime,
doing
though,
it.
prime
The
time.
Packers are trading him.
He's not in his prime though, prime time.
He's not in the prime. He's in the tail end of his career.
I'm talking about Carr. I'm talking about Carr though.
But it applies to Aaron Rodgers. Your point goes to Aaron Rodgers too. If Aaron Rodgers is a Pro Bowl quarterback,
who
right?
invested a first-round pick in a quarterback 4 years ago,
So
who's
what?
now a free agent. If he doesn't have the job, he's going to walk. Now's the time for them to move
better
on.
than anything we've ever had, though.
We haven't
Carr
had
is
shit, Tyrone.
Yeah, but Tyrone,
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Tyrone, the funny thing is,
Yeah, that is the point. We
the
go
one
from
goal-
what, 8 wins to 10 wins. Great, cool.
yeah, playoffs is not good enough anymore. That's just we just make that so often.
No,
But the thing is this.
Honestly, Tyson, honestly, no, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
All these rebuilds, I expected something better. I expected year after year being in the playoffs, a franchise quarterback, a head coach that we could trust. Right now, we don't have those things. That's why I'm going all in. Joe Douglas had his chance. Pick number 2. He had his chance to take a quarterback. He failed.
Cool.
So now he's got to make up for it. Go get the best option available.
But this is
not
my
even a
whole
debate
point,
for
though.
me.
I mean, prime time. I understand where you're coming from. I understand that Aaron Rodgers does make this team. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, in contention in the AFC. But my problem is this, though. If you don't get Aaron Rodgers, he holds all the cards, bro, because he don't have to leave.
Yeah.
He don't have to come here.
Well, did you hear his interview today? I mean, he's not going back to Green Bay. They're already having.
He doesn't have to come here either, though. He could go. He could go. What if he wants to go to 49ers? What if he wants to go to fucking Raiders? What if he wants to go somewhere else? West Coast guy, go to West Coast. He's got a house in Tennessee. Maybe he wants to go to Tennessee for all we know.
You think they're trading him to the NFC? They're not trading him to the NFC. He's not going to the Niners.
Dude, we have no idea. But he holds all the cards, though. He could be like, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to sign a new contract. I'm not going to restructure.
Exactly.
He can dictate where he wants to go.
He can, and he knows it too. He has.
Sell him your vision. Sell him your vision.
What's your vision, though?
You just hired Hackett.
You have a win now.
You hired Hackett?
Yeah.
Well, that's
when we talk about the Hackett,
yeah, he had 2 MVP seasons with Hackett.
So if the teams are bidding for Carr, the Jets may have to trade for him. You're giving up a second for him. Commanders, Panthers, Colts. See, the problem that we have now, it's the timeline. Because if Aaron Rodgers say if Aaron Rodgers said today, you know what, I'm retiring, I'm going back to the Packers, I'd go after Derek Carr. He'd be my number. That'd be my next move. That's the guy I'd want. Because I don't want Garoppolo. I don't want I don't want Mayfield. I don't want Tannehill. I don't want Brissett.
Out of all those teams, what teams listen, if you're Derek Carr, they cut Derek Carr, you can pick the team you want to go to.
He's probably going to the Panthers.
What team gives him the best option to win?
But I mean, he's going to play Frank. Who, Derek Carr?
Yes, the Jets.
So, but I was saying, if the Jets play this waiting game, like, we're gonna wait. We're gonna try to.
Oh no, he's gone, Tyson.
Yeah,
if you're not talking to him the day he gets cut, you know what I'm saying. If you're not making a phone call, or you're not making he can pick any way he wants to go. And I'm telling you, man, Commanders gonna be a good team for him. Or also, I'm telling you, I think for him, the best team to come to is the Jets. Young weapons, good defense, and he knows he's the best we ever had. The biggest problem is our media and our market. You know what I'm saying? It's
Can
a
he
lot
handle
of
the cold weather?
I mean, listen. I mean, bro, he's an NFL player, but he has no other choice, bro. He's a grown ass man. You have to, prime time. You ask for $30 million a year, you have to deal with the cold.
He'll be fine.
Not to mention also, if you trade for Carr, I'm pretty sure someone can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I'm pretty sure his cap hit next year would be like 30-something million. Where Rodgers, his first year is like $15 million.
I don't give a fuck about cap space. You're getting a quarterback. If you're trading for Carr, you're getting a franchise quarterback, and you have plenty of ways to get cap space.
In 5 years, see, listen. At first, don't get me wrong. I would love Aaron.
It's funny that we're shitting on Carr now. He's better than anything the Jets have had in 20 years.
He's better than anything what have the Jets had?
He says top 15 quarterback.
We can sign Jimmy Garoppolo. He's better than anything the Jets have had.
Yeah.
So we're in 30 quarterbacks. Where do you rank Derek Carr?
He's
top 15.
He's middle of the pack.
Top 15?
Probably in that 13-16 range, somewhere right in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you rate?
He's a middle of the road quarterback. He's good,
but
he's not winning
middle of the road.
What would you rate Garoppolo? Middle of the pack?
Probably a little lower.
All he's done is one. So I mean, he gets hurt a lot, but all he's done is one. So listen, I'm telling you, that's an upgrade of what.
If I had the choice of 1 year of Jimmy G versus investing 5 years in Carr, I'd go 1 year of Jimmy G. Especially with a head coach on the hot seat.
Who's your quarterback next year? Then you keep do this every year. Every year, pick your band-aid.
Is Saleh going to be my head coach next year? Do we even know that?
Then why would
we're going to straddle a new head coach with a 5-year contract for Carr? That sounds like a great plan.
You're killing your point. You just saying. So why would Aaron Rodgers want to come here?
Yep.
If you don't know the coach,
he's got Hackett. He might only play like you guys just said. He might only play a year or two. He might only play a year or two. He might only play a year or two.
So
if they win, he wins. If they lose, everyone's gone anyway. He's going to retire. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. So why would you want to come to a situation where you don't know what's going to happen, prime time? You don't know the outcome.
Because he's only going to be here for a year or two. It's either win or he's done, and that's it.
2 first-round picks for 1 year.
Possibly 2 years.
Possibly
3. We don't know.
But the coach might get fired prime time.
All I know is that 1 year or 2 years, that gives me the best chance to win a Super Bowl. And there's no disputing that. You cannot dispute that.
Okay. Well, since Aaron Rodgers is the end all be all for this team, we can just discuss everything else then, right?
This was interesting.
The timeline of this is just a problem for me.
I'm just so sick of average. I mean,
yeah, but see, I'm sick of average. But I don't want to walk out of this process with the Jets with their finger up their ass. But like, you know what? We didn't get Aaron Rodgers, and we didn't get anybody else either, because Zach Wilson's not going to be the fucking guy. And so I don't feel like sitting. Like, I understand you shoot for the stars. Like we get Aaron Rodgers. Wonderful. I'm excited. I hope he plays 2 years. I don't want to have a Brett Favre year where he leaves that and everything else. We're gone.
Yeah.
Now we lost draft picks, we lost cap space, and we lost a quarterback, and we're in the same fucking boat next year with probably a new coach too, because now we're going to blow it all up.
Probably a new coach and a new GM.
Yeah. Then I don't feel like going through that. But the one thing is, I want a quarterback this year. So it's not Aaron Rodgers. They better have a plan B. And the problem is, your plan B could be gone before he makes his decision. Like, he's smart, dude. He's calculated with everything he does. He's letting it all play
I know
out.
is that Zach Taylor and Burrow were in the Super Bowl in year 3 and year 2. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, they were in the Super Bowl in year 2. It shouldn't take this long to rebuild.
And whose fault is that?
Prime time,
It's Joe Douglas's fault. It's
absolutely correct. Prime time, you're absolutely correct. But listen, you know what I'm saying? Listen, this has been the problem. This has been our downfall the whole time. Listen, when it came down to it, we all love the Salah hire, right? You know what I'm saying? If I had to
He's failed so far.
We talked ourselves into the Salah hire.
Exactly.
If we go back a month before, if we go back a month before Salah got hired, what was the conversation about with the head coach? What did we all want? A CEO type and an offensive-minded coach.
Yep.
And Salah, I mean, he's a good rah-rah guy, but he hasn't really proven anything yet either.
What's Jacksonville's coach name? What's his name?
Doug Peterson.
That's who we should have hired.
No, but it's funny. But no, it's easy to say that because
he was the retread at the time.
When Doug Peterson, he was the retread, you can't hire him. We want somebody new. We want innovative. We want all this shit.
That was
it's
the problem.
Revisionist history.
Tyson, that was the problem right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I think if we would have Peterson in the building, it'd have been a totally different outcome. I think he holds guys accountable.
But here's the problem. You don't even need Peterson. You could have had Salah. Salah screwed the pooch with his offensive hires. That's the problem. Look at Brian Dable. Brian Dable is an offensive-minded guy. You know what he did on defense? He hired a very good defensive coordinator. You look at all these guys. You find a solid guy on the other side of the ball. So you know these problems.
I understand. I understand LaFleur's inexperience, but are we trying to say that Salah knows offense better than Sean McVay?
I'm saying he blew it. And now you're trying to pick up the pieces, and you hired an offensive coordinator that everybody hated a month ago. But now that he's tied to Aaron Rodgers, everybody thinks it's a great hire.
It's only a great hire if you get Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion.
Exactly.
This hire. I'm sure you're going to say that too, Tyrone. If you don't get Aaron Rodgers, this is a bust.
It's a bad hire. It's a bad hire. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know some of his offenses with the Jaguars and should have done good. And he had some good years with Rodgers.
If you get Aaron Rodgers, it's worth it. If you don't get Aaron Rodgers, I do not.
But Tyrone, you know what the problem was though? The thing with Nathaniel Hackett was, first of all, he's got ties to Salah. He runs the West Coast. He wants to run the football. But who else are they going to get, dude? We wanted the proven play caller. We wanted the guys to run an NFL offense before. Look at the guys they were hiring, dude. And Salah knew he couldn't hire a first-time guy to come in here. There's no way he could have did it because that guy would have got eaten alive here.
Can I ask you a question? How is it possible that the Broncos actually had D'Amico Ryans as their top candidate coming into today, and they still wind up with Sean fucking Payton? How does that happen?
Hey, twice. And they backdoored it twice. They went back today to try to give him the day over Sean Payton. Why is that? Prime time, I would love to.
And this is, again, not to revisit the Rodgers ship. Like, this is why I want the best option. The AFC is loaded right now.
Rodgers.
Head coaches, quarterbacks. I want to compete with those teams.
We understand. Listen, we can all agree on this. Rodgers is the number one choice, but there's no guarantees it's going to happen, and they better have a good fucking plan B because the timeline doesn't work for the Jets. It could blow up in their face. And there's also risk with Rodgers that you're going to give up all this shit. You're going to suck his dick here all year long, and guess what? He retires. And we're all sitting here next year. Who's going to be our quarterback now? Who can we sell our soul for now? That can happen. There's no 2-year guarantee here. This guy contemplates retirement all the time. Is he vested?
And there's
no want to deal with New York?
And there's no 5-year guarantee with Carr. There's no guarantee he can handle New York.
But he's also fucking 8 years younger than him.
So what does that mean, though?
Age doesn't matter anymore. The age of
If,
quarterback doesn't matter.
if you're not a top 5, top 10 quarterback, no. Prolonging the averageness of this team. I mean,
well, prime time. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Listen, if you added Carr to the team this year right here, will we have made the playoffs?
Is that team coming back next year? Same schedule?
Okay. To your point, then. Wait, hold on, Tyrone. To Kevin's point, if that's going to be your point, is that team come back this year? Guess what? It's not. So Aaron Rodgers is not getting a win now team next year because we're going to go through all the guys that are going to get cut, and a lot of guys that everybody's counting on may not even be here.
My biggest questions are actually on defense. Offense, you put Rodgers with Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, a healthy Breece Hall, a healthy AVT.
Then who's your center? Who's your left tackle? Who's your right tackle?
Bring back McGovern. You have versatility.
You spend more money on McGovern. Who's left tackle?
You have plenty of versatility with AVT. You don't know if Dwayne Brown's coming back or not.
So a simple question, though. Who's the left tackle?
I'd be fine with it being AVT. I'd make him my left tackle.
Okay, so then who's replacing him then? Who's playing guard?
Well, you have Tomlinson as one guard. You could sign another guard.
Okay. What are you doing
or
with
you can bring back Herbig. Becton and Mitchell compete for right tackle.
Okay. And you're paying McGovern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's somebody of equal or better value as a free agent. I haven't started looking at free agent centers yet.
I'm just saying because it's not – it's a win now team. You're pretty much – you could have 3 new starters on your offensive line, first of all, which hopefully you're going to be an upgrade. You don't know what Becton is. To assume he's going to be a starter is crazy at this point. Hopefully AVT's – you don't – you're the right tackle –
Let's take Becton out of the picture, though. I mean, even if he's not healthy, Mitchell was at least serviceable last year.
Yeah,
as a rookie.
I actually like Mitchell.
He was all right last year. He looked better than Fant at times.
Well, there's also,
and you can bring back Fant also if you want for like a year.
Well, there's a lot of things you could do, but it's not the same team because guess what? It's a new offense and a new offensive line coach. So we don't even know what the offense or defensive line is. So right off the bat.
I guess it would help if they had a quarterback. Maybe they knew the offense.
But it's a different team. You're not inheriting the same team. Now, when you go on defense, the defense is your first question is, what are you doing with Carl Lawson? You cut him to $15 million.
I'd restructure if there's a way. I'd be comfortable adding another year or 2 on his contract. I know some people probably wouldn't want to do that. I'd add another year or 2 on his contract if it can get me like a lower hit for this year. Because they need to find a way to make some extra cap space for this year. They have plenty next year, the year after. Like they have boatloads of cap space for the next 2 years. This year, they're over right now. So they got to figure something out. Corey Davis will be one. Something with Lawson.
Well, just stick to Carl Lawson. Tyron, what do you do?
Yeah, I think I go prime time. I'm gonna restrict his contract, or I'm saying I'm gonna pay him. I'm gonna convert his salary into a signing bonus and give it to him right there. You need the capital to be able to. You need more capital.
Well, it's twofold. It's twofold though. You're trying to figure out how to deal with Carl Lawson. What are you doing with Bryce Huff?
I'm putting a first round tender on Bryce Huff, and I'm going to give him the
first round.
Yes,
I thought first round was like $5.5 million.
Yeah, and I'm going to give him.
I think first round's 5.5, second round's like $4 million.
I'm going to give him I'm going to give him the $5.5 million. Listen, you watch how this kid plays. And this kid plays more. Now, if I'm willing to get rid of Lawson, I'm giving Huff a 3-year deal, and I'm going to extend.
I'm not getting rid of Lawson, dude. I'm finding a way to keep him.
Exactly. Tyson, listen. This is the whole point. This is what everyone complains about the Lawson. I'm going to tell you this right here.
At $15 million, though, are you keeping him, Tyson?
I'm trying to restructure. I try to figure. I mean,
if he's not willing to restructure, though, he wants to bake on himself 1 year and then hit free agency again. $15 million.
I'll give it to you. You got to.
You can't.
It's such a void.
You've given him $30 million for what, 7.5 sacks so far? Come on.
I mean, he's an excellent mentor to like Jermaine Johnson and Huff and all these guys and Clemens.
Great locker room guy.
But $15 million
love him as a player, but yeah, he hasn't lived up to that contract.
I mean, but listen,
and he's had 3 major knee injuries too.
But listen, you fix nothing by subtraction, though. And listen, this line cannot be subtracted. You can't subtract the pass rush from this line.
Isn't that why you invested a first-round pick in Jermaine Johnson, though?
Absolutely, but prime time. I just think that what I'm saying. I think with the way they've been looking at it, they've been giving them more time. I like Clemens. I think Clemens and Johnson are gonna be the stars when it's all said and done. But I think it's probably need 1 more season to do that. And I think with Lawson,
$15 million's a lot for Lawson.
Lawson got hurt again last year, right? But so I think that he's not fully 100. I think next year he'll be more explosive than he was this year. If you watch, most of his moves were power, bull rushes anyway. I think once he gets back in his bag, he can make a major impact. I'm telling you, I would reach.
All right, so then, so you find a way to keep Lawson. What are you doing at Rankins?
He's probably gone.
No, I would. You know what? I would.
If you're giving Quinnen Williams a contract extension that's going to be upwards of $20 million per year, you're not keeping Rankins. You can't. You can't put that much money into the defensive line. You can't do it.
I'm going to say this right here. I would love to have Rankins back. I think Rankins played a major role last year. I think what I would try to do if I had my first round pick or maybe second round pick, I'm trying to get somebody else to come in that can take some of the pressure off Quinnen. The problem with Quinnen is, man, they're double teaming him every single time. I think Rankins played well. He actually played damn near really, really good this season. But you have to find a bigger piece there to make that side more easier.
But if you're gonna, I mean, how much money are you going to put in the defensive line here? Because if you're going to keep finding a way to get Lawson, Quinn is going to get $20 million. You have John Franklin Myers makes good money, right? You have all these guys. There's a lot of money there, and you got to put money in the offensive line.
Ultimately, that second unit's going to have to be like some combination of Clemens, Jermaine Johnson, possibly even a guy like Tanzel Smart. I mean, he flashed at times last year in preseason, and he was on the roster at the end, I believe. So he's somebody that could be an option. Like you're going to have to find some players, like Tanzel Smart or Tony Adams that actually fill roles next year if you're planning on getting a legitimate quarterback. You have to do that. You have to.
They had to play that role though. But I mean, listen, you could probably bring Rankins back on a 1-year deal, maybe $5-6 million. I would do that, but you can't go anything.
But see how it's like, and so then we'll just say the defensive line. Then you go linebacker. You only have one on your team because Quincy Williams and Quan are both fucking free agents.
Yep.
And there's going to be a market for Quincy too.
There sure is.
Great market. It's going to be a great. It might be a great market for Quan as well because Quan was healthy all season long. And
so you're looking at this defense. It's a win now team where you're talking about major pieces to your puzzle could be gone next year, based on if you're trying to get cap space or you can't resign him. Like I think Quincy Williams is going to get good money somewhere. He showed a lot of good things. Quan maybe you can get back because I think maybe he likes Sal and he stayed healthy, but he may want like a 3-year deal or something. He may say, "No, I'm done with this 1-year deal shit." Right?
What would you give him? Hold on. Just go Quan before we go to Quincy. What kind of deal would Quan get? 3 years, $6 million, something like that?
He's going to want more than 1 year, I would guess, at this point. I think his last 2 contracts are 1-year deals, weren't they?
Probably, because he's been injured like the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, $1.5 million. But I'm still not investing in a long-term contract. I might give him 2 years. Best someone go. I
like the idea that they had a couple years ago when they drafted Sherwood and Astral Dean, like converted safeties. Yeah. Like we don't have speed at linebacker. No offense to Quincy or Quan, like they're not the fastest guys out there. They're
Quincy's
physical.
Fast.
He's okay. They didn't really use him in coverage a lot, at least last year. This year they used him a little bit more, but
they both lack in coverage though. I thought Quan was a lot better in coverage, but that's what. Listen, we really need a coverage linebacker. If we can some kind of way keep our 13th pick.
Supposed to be Darren Lee. Darren Lee wants to come back.
So wait, so then just so we can just cover the whole topic here. So the defensive line, because he changes, you have 2 linebackers that you got to resign. You look at the secondary, Joyner's definitely gone. And if you cut Whitehead, you save $4 million. I'm not sure what you want to do with Whitehead or not. They
could actually save over $7 million by cutting Whitehead.
Yeah.
But
well, no, there's a cap hit on that. There's a hit on that. So
they take a $3 million in dead money, but then I think they save like 7.2 or something.
Yeah. So So I mean, but it's like, all right. So then for this team that's this top level defense, look all the starters you could be replacing next year.
Yeah, you got a point.
Whitehead's going to be back though. You're not going to replace 2 safeties.
You definitely need somebody better than LaMarcus Joyner was terrible.
Yeah,
Tony Adams, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, Tony Adams. I still think you need to upgrade at safety. I still think you need to upgrade at safety. But like you said, man, listen, it's going to be pieces. It's going to be pieces missing. And the biggest problem that we had was, our linebackers didn't cover. But I like the intensity that they bring. But you can't keep everybody. And I think they want Quincy back. I think they want Quincy back over Quan. I really do.
I think so too.
Yeah. Here's another guy. Another guy would be gone. Ashton Davis would be gone. He's like 2.7. I think also what's his face? Bryce Hall, if he's gone, something like almost $3 million if he goes. So
he wasn't active all season long, but like 2 games. So I mean,
and then you go on offense. You have 2 guys that are instant candidates. Corey Davis is like $10 million.
He's gone.
Yep, him and Berrios.
And Berrios is $5 million. So
I'm taking that $15 million and I'm trading for DeAndre Hopkins. Him opposite Garrett Wilson with Rodgers throwing the football. Super Bowl champion New York Jets. Let's go. 3 moves. That's all we need. Trade for Hopkins. Trade for Rodgers. Extend Quinnen Williams. Done.
We're playing Madden all of a sudden.
Why can't that happen?
Go for it. Hey, let's be all in.
All the reports I'm reading are saying that the Cardinals are at best might get like a 3rd-round pick for him. You wouldn't do that?
Go for it. Go all in.
You wouldn't do it.
He wants a new contract though too, prime time.
Yep.
He wants a new contract.
Give it to him.
Yeah, just pay him.
We got this money, so fuck the line. We're gonna have no lines. We got Aaron Rodgers and we got John.
Do you guys realize how much? Do you guys realize how much cap space the Jets have next year? Right now, at this moment, they have 112. You get rid of guys like Conklin, Uzama, Tomlinson. They can have upwards of like
2023. 2024 they do. 2023 they don't. How you gonna get them all this year?
And you
If
can
you
structure deals. You can defer bonus. Like there's
Prime
ways
time's
to
full
structure all
selling
the
his soul
bonus
right
money.
now.
with
He's
it.
selling his soul.
I am. I
And Aaron
absolutely
Rodgers
am.
gonna retire
I've
one year. We're gonna be
never
stuck
heard-
with all these contracts and a bad
I've
team.
I am
never
all
heard
in.
Primetime
Rodgers,
talk like
D
this.
Hop. Let's do it.
Listen, I've never heard Primetime talk like this because at the end of the day, Primetime, the one thing I would never thought I would ever hear you say is you want to get rid of players. We said to replace those players of equal or better value, Primetime.
No.
I've never thought you would say nothing like that, bro. I'm lost right now.
You get Rodgers, you get Hopkins. That offense is flying. We're finally with the times. All these conversations we've been having year after year of having a functional offense that meets today's NFL standard, that does it.
Somebody tell
Garrett
Primetime
Wilson
that
with
Aaron
D-Hop.
Rodgers is not 31 years old. Does anybody realize that?
My goodness. I've never heard him talk like this before. Primetime is saying
Because I'm
basically, cut everybody.
We're taking the Rams route, but we don't have Sean McVay.
I'm tired of average, dude. I can't do any more rebuilds. Dude, look at the last 3 free agent classes. I know we've had this talk every week, but like DJ Reed and then what else? DJ Reed and what else? So we're saving all this money to invest in what? All these draft picks.
I get it.
Last year, great class. First 2, what do we have? So this is the perfect time to go all in. You have your one draft class that you can depend on for the next 3 to 4 years, making absolutely nothing. You have nobody that you need to pay from your first draft class. AVT still under contract for the next 3 years with his 5th-year option. Who do you have to pay that's on your roster? If anything, you're getting rid of all these bad contracts. There's nobody that you have to pay.
Go for it.
I'm
not. Listen, I have
After
no
Quinnen,
problem
you
going
have
after Aaron
nothing
Rodgers.
on this roster you have to pay. Go get Rodgers. Go get Hopkins. Trade all the picks. Give me a fucking chance to win now.
Well, see, with your approach, I would have traded the picks for Sean Payton.
Could have did that too.
That's what I would have did. I would have been.
too.
But if you want to go win now, I would have win now and got the fucking coach.
Could have did that too.
Got a point there,
I wouldn't have
big fella.
complained. I wouldn't have complained.
There, big fella.
If you want to go win now, that would have been my power move. Like fuck Salah, fuck this staff. I truly want to win now with the staff I know can win, and I would have got the coach.
So
And I might have got you the quarterback too.
I just have a question. So I want to ask a quick question about the offensive line. What are we bringing back on the offensive line? Who's coming back besides?
I wonder what fans' value is going to be.
He don't want to come back, dude. The way they jerked him around.
Probably
they
not.
ruined him, bro. They ruined him, bro.
I mean, if he has no market though, I mean, if the Jets offer him the most money,
they cost that man $15 million a year, bro. They cost that man.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm not coming back here. I definitely wouldn't come back here.
Here's a question for Kevin: the Jets don't land Rodgers. Are you canceling your season tickets?
Won't even matter because they're already canceled. I am out.
You're out.
I'm out.
Wow.
Whoa.
He said he said last week that he did say last week that he's really contemplating.
Which is exactly why the Jets are going to get Aaron Rodgers. I promise you they're going to get Aaron Rodgers. It was me all along. So
well, then
I did it for the greater good of the Jets.
So then you'll be in for my week 1 surprise then. So that's good. For the home opener, I'm going to have a surprise. So stay tuned, everybody.
Wait. What? It's like 9 months from now.
9 months? What world you living in, man? It's 8 months. All right, I guess we can bring Paul on.
We don't even know who we're playing yet.
Doesn't matter, man.
Hold on, one quick question.
Doesn't matter if it's home or road.
Are we definitely going
the
to
home
Vegas?
opener?
Okay.
Are we definitely going to the Vegas game?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. See, I don't know what you're gonna do, Tyrone. Like you can do what you want to do, but I will be in Vegas. Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, I'm going to Vegas and Dallas. I haven't been to Dallas Stadium yet, so I'm going to Dallas Stadium, of course.
Primetime canceled his tickets.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if I'm going to be fair, it had more to do with just family stuff and not really being able to make it out there, and not as much to do with the Jets. So,
I hear you,
although
dude.
if they were a playoff team last year, I don't think I would have canceled. But
Nah.
So,
if they get Rodgers, I might have to make a phone call though.
Yo, get them back.
If you guys want to join us, you guys can come on. This is clearly going to be an animated show where Primetime is selling his soul and wants to get every high-priced free agent available, which is fine.
We went through all the free agents already.
Nah, we just went. Once
We
you
went
said
through them all.
D-Hop,
The ones that are
Did we
most
really?
important ones. I mean, you want to bring back Mike White? I do. But
I absolutely would.
can we get rid of the punter, please? Thank you.
Yeah,
what do you want to do? What do you want to do with Zerline?
I'd
I
put
want to bring
Zerline
him back. I want to bring him back. Greg the leg. I definitely want to bring him back.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to come on, you guys can join us. We'll talk about and just before you guys attack me in the comments after the show, I have no problem getting Aaron Rodgers. The timeline is stressful as shit though, because he's gonna slow play this, and you're gonna watch options slowly but surely go away.
Good.
And the
Less
other thing
options to compete for Aaron Rodgers. Perfect.
He's gonna screw
Not
us.
necessarily. And the
He's
other
gonna
thing
screw
you got to
us.
worry about is the Jets and Woody Johnson panicking and completely overpaying for him and giving up more compensation than they have to.
Don't
He's
care.
bidding against
Don't care.
themselves.
Don't care.
Yep. We do it all the time.
Dude, come on, man. You don't care.
I-
It's just-
3 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers. You
Done.
do that.
Done. Yes.
3 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers.
Hold on.
You've
hold on.
lost your mind.
Hold on. With
You've
the
lost your
assurance.
mind.
Hold on.
Oh, well, no. You know why, Tyrone? Tyrone, I'll tell you why. Because those 3 first-round picks, once you get Ron Rodgers, you guarantee winning the Super Bowl this year. So it doesn't matter. It's just make the rings.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what happens, Tyrone? You know what happens? Once they actually trade for Aaron Rodgers, they actually cancel the season because Super Bowl's already won for the Jets. We go right to the Canyon of Heroes and we have a parade. It's already there.
Oh, man.
3 first-round picks, boom, Super Bowl. Cancel the season. We're there.
You structure it in a way. Each year he plays with the Jets, the Packers get a first-round pick. I'd be perfectly fine with that. If I got 3 years out of Aaron Rodgers, they could have 3 first-round picks. Absolutely.
That's 3 first.
Absolutely. That is my level of desperation right now. That's how desperately the Jets need a player like Aaron Rodgers. Not even just me. That's how much they need him. Yes.
Man,
yes.
If
I'm getting 3 years of Aaron Rodgers, yes.
Now you're getting 3 years of Aaron Rodgers.
We're begging to get 2. If I'm getting 3 years, it can have 3 first-round picks.
Primetime gonna have he's gonna have a 50-year-old Aaron Rodgers out there smoking weed, high as a kite, fucking.
Yo, I'm okay.
Shrooms.
Hey, I'm okay. I'm okay with Jimmy G. This is me myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hey, I am.
It's not like Costello
with Jimmy G.
Jets' best option, Jimmy G and Derek Carr.
I'm okay with Jimmy G.
Listen,
yo, but
you're gonna enjoy those 8 games a year he plays.
Yo, listen, the one guy said that he said, man, he shouldn't even have to give a first round for Aaron Rodgers. Just because the simple fact of his contract and his age. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot for multiple first round picks.
Contract's actually pretty good.
I know, but no, it's the back end.
If I was the Jets have all the cap space in the world in the back end.
If I was the GM, I would have fired Sal and went to Sean Payton. So you're right. You're glad I'm not the GM because I wouldn't. Yeah. This whole staff would be gone already.
Yeah, I definitely would. I think Sal should have got fired, yo. I really do. Like
they weren't going to fire. They want to preach continuity.
Hey, bro, 7-4.
But Tyron, you know what I understand? I mean, this is a colossal collapse. This was embarrassing. Just there's so many things that went wrong here. How is Brant Boyer keeping his job? Like, how is he keeping his job? They lost 2 games because of special teams.
Yeah, you got a point there. But man,
how's he keeping his fucking job?
But Boyer has been great other than that, bro. Like,
it's hard. He's got to have dirt on like Woody Johnson. He's survived 3 different coaching staffs. He's got dirt on somebody in that building. That's
3 regimes. It's going to be 3 regimes. Listen, he doesn't see 3 coaches get fired. His ass is still here. He ain't leave his office. He's like, oh, you fired the coach? I'm good. What the fuck,
you know what it was? Saleh didn't want to make it look like, well, you hired your offensive coordinator, you hired your special teams coach. Probably want to make it look bad where he's like completely blowing it up. But how's Brant Boyer keeping his job? Seriously. I like that how like the punting was horrendous. Special teams was bad.
Tyson, 3. Listen, have you ever seen a coach go through 3 regimes? Look, you see the coach get fired. You know, you get that phone call. Nah, I'm good, big homie. I'm still look. He ain't even moved shit out of his office. If Saleh get fired tomorrow, boy, gonna be like, shit, I'm good. I don't know about y'all. I'm good.
Westphal probably survived like 4 or 5 coaches.
Yo,
he was around a while.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know, it's wild. It's just wild. But does anyone know how Huntley made the Pro Bowl? The Pro Bowl's a joke. All this shit's a joke at this point.
I'm not even wild. It's a flag football game, man. I don't want to see that shit.
I can give 2 shits. Yeah, I don't even care about the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. I'm just like, season's over. Like, let's get to this. I want to get to this whole Aaron Rodgers saga and get the Jets a quarterback, man.
Seriously.
So let's see who we got here. Let's see. You get some new cast of characters. Let's go to Bubs. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. What's up?
How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
What's up, Bubs?
What's up, man?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's interesting off season already. Wouldn't be a Jets off season if we weren't talking about the quarterbacks.
Every year.
I kind of agree. I see all angles of it, I guess, with Rodgers. What was that?
You can't agree with everybody.
I mean, yeah. I don't think Derek Carr is an awful option. Like, I do feel like the media and a lot of fans are like portraying that if we don't get Rodgers, it's over. Like,
Aaron Rodgers created football, dude. You didn't know that? He actually created the game.
Like, I mean, Carr is. I mean, like, again, we don't really know if Rodgers is gonna be able to put us over the top either. We don't know. I mean, I think Rodgers definitely gives you the best shot, but it's also there's a chance, as Tyson mentioned, and I mean all you guys mentioned, there's a risk to it too, where he could come in here, play 1 year, we make the wild card game, and he's out of here, and we're back to square one.
Yep.
Carr, although again you never know, injuries and all that stuff, that goes for every player. Carr most likely gives you at least 3-4 years, at least, and I'm not really scared of the Bills anymore. I'm not. Like, I think we could beat the Bills, honestly, with Derek Carr. We beat him with Zach Wilson, and we almost beat him with Mike White. So, to me, I think Derek Carr could beat Buffalo. Cincinnati and Kansas City are obviously the two big threats. But, again, anything can happen any season. I mean, there could be an injury, to Cincinnati or Kansas City that derails them, and then, we come through. Or, you never know how it's going to play out. But
and the biggest impact in those games was the pass rush. The Bengals pass rush is what got Josh Allen, and then in the Chiefs, Jones was just going off, dude. He completely destroyed Burrow. So while Burrow is an elite talent, and so is Mahomes, it was the pass rush and the defense that made the biggest difference.
Yeah, exactly. The Bengals' offensive line is so bad; they're so bad. And another thing too with Carr is it was a train wreck in Vegas. They gave him nothing. They gave him a head coach who had, Gruden had the email stuff. He got fired. They brought in Bisaccia, who got that locker room to buy in, and they got to the playoffs. Then they got rid of him and brought in McDaniels, who stinks. Yep. And then they got him. Ruggs had the off the field incident, that speeding incident. They had a ton
coordinators.
Of, all these coordinators. Yeah. It was Cooper, just, and they gave him no defense either. He's had no defense either. I think there was a stat where every year he's played, the defense has been bottom 5 in the league. So you put him here, he's got more talent. There's a little bit, again, I mean, who knows what's happened with this coaching staff, but there's more stability than what he's been going through in Vegas. So I don't think Carr would be bad. Obviously, Rodgers number one, but I don't necessarily see Carr being it. If we get Carr, it's over. Now, if we don't get Rodgers and we end up with Mayfield, well, that's a train wreck. Or we end up with Gardner Minshew or somebody like that, that's a mess. But if we don't get Rodgers and we end up with Derek Carr, he's going to get you to the playoffs, and you never know. I mean, nobody saw Brock Purdy getting them to the NFC Championship game. You never know. I mean, any given season.
That's a good point too.
So. You got Kyle Shanahan too, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If it's Gardner Minshew or Ryan Tannehill, bro, or Jacoby Brissett, I'm not going to no game next season. Don't even worry about it.
If that was the case, if we're down to that, I just paid Mike White and be like, just give Mike White the field.
I would take Mike White over Brissett.
Similar offense from last year.
I mean, it's just bad, bro. It's just, I mean, the one thing about it is we deserve a quarterback, and I understand where everybody's coming from. So I told you, the three that I want, any one of those three, I'm cool with. Aaron Rodgers is definitely my first choice. I didn't like Derek Carr, but when you break it down, he's the next best in line. And then I go with Jimmy G. Anything other than those three, man, I'm going to be pissed because this team is a win-now team. This team could be a better football team. What quality quarterback? Now, at one point that Tyson made about Derek Carr that I really love, you can get Carr 3 or 4 years. That means 3 or 4 years you have quality quarterback play. Prime time. He's not a top 10 quarterback. No, he's not. But he's top.
He's still young, dude. You never know with the playmakers around him and a good offense.
He's top 15, which means he's going to be something that you know what I'm saying with the defense. Listen, prime time.
How many playoff games has Derek Carr won?
2 or 3, I guess. I don't even know.
No, he hasn't won any.
He's won any?
No.
Okay.
So then basically then why? So now your criteria for the Jets is you either had to win a Super Bowl or you can't come here. Is that your criteria?
No, but if you're talking about investing $40 million a year in a quarterback for 4 or 5 years,
but prime time. Hold on, Tyson. I got you, Tyson. Hold on, prime time. How many games did Aaron Rodgers choke in the NFC Championship game?
He's won a Super
Bowl. Tell me that number. Give me that.
How many playoff appearances have they blown?
How many has he
just came off back-to-back MVP seasons?
How many back-to-back MVP seasons, which resulted in what?
Nothing. A loss.
Okay, back-to-back MVP seasons, so you can get the nice poster and everything else. What else? You get the whole Super Bowl ring with that?
We're gonna prop up Carr, but we're gonna take away.
But you're talking
in a row. But you're gonna blast Carr prime time. He's choking.
He hasn't won anything. You're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers choking when he's
Aaron Rodgers played 20 years. He's won 1 Super Bowl.
Carr's not won a playoff game.
Listen. Green Bay last year had a way better team than we have right now. Not this year, this season prior to this. They had a way better football team than we have right now. They got the NFC Championship game. What happened? Your boy choked. That's what he does. That's what happens, right?
So Derek Carr didn't choke. Not making the playoffs.
I'm not saying that, prime time. What I'm saying to you, I'm just making the point. If you're talking about Derek Carr didn't win a playoff game, with what the Bub just said, he's had the worst defense in the league for the last 5 years. Aaron Rodgers had a whole lot of other weapons. I'm just saying. I love Rodgers. We're not gonna argue about getting Aaron Rodgers, but you can't just dismiss and be dismissive.
You can't cherry pick. You can't cherry pick.
Yeah,
So
man.
many
I
things.
mean,
This reminds me of the conversation. Obviously, different circumstances. One draft, one free agent. But the conversation we were having with Zach Wilson and taking a quarterback at 2 a couple of years ago. Were the Jets ready to make that investment in a quarterback, right? And now you're stuck with him for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That's kind of the position I look at right now. If you're not getting the best guy, do we really need to invest 4 or 5 years in somebody that's just going to be average? That just gets us to the playoffs, where that's the ceiling.
But you don't know what he's going to. You're assuming. He
didn't do it. How many years did he play with the Raiders? 8 years, 9 years.
You're assuming Aaron Rodgers is going to be the same. Aaron Rodgers is going to be great.
Aaron Rodgers
is going to be mediocre. That's your assumption.
Aaron Rodgers has done it.
He's also at the tail end of his career with a whole new team, a whole new offense, a whole new a lot of change. So
there's going to be no change for Carr.
No. In your world, Aaron Rodgers is going to stay great, and Derek Carr is only going to be mediocre or worse. He can never improve, never can get better at 31 years old. With a new offense, with a new scheme, with new players around him. Derek Carr can't get any better. He can only get worse, right? So that's how this works?
We're giving Carr Devontae Adams?
No. Answer the question.
Can
Derek Carr at 31 years old, can he get better, or is he only going to get worse?
The light bulb's just going to go on now, okay?
No,
it hasn't happened in the last 5. It's going to happen now, okay?
Okay, you can't then. So it's only going to get worse. Okay.
And it's not the coach at all prime time. Listen, hold on, listen. We all understand that their coach is trash. He's a great coordinator. He has not been a good coach, man. Now I think he was the problem in Vegas last year. Bubsy, what do you think, Bubs?
So what about the last however many years Carr played prior to that?
Okay, he did good with Gruden. He did good with Gruden.
Just so I
will say one thing about Derek Carr, though.
These people don't understand. I understand the Aaron Rodgers love. I understand it, but at the same time, you got to recognize the timeline. Listen, the Jets get him. That's awesome.
But you want to invest in Plan B before knowing that you can't or can get.
No, I'm recognizing that there's issues with Aaron Rodgers. That there's no guarantee he's going to be here more than 1 year. The compensation can be crazy. And the other thing is, while you're sitting here waiting for him, you could lose all your other options. So it's truly going to be either him or fucking Baker Mayfield.
I'm not paying Plan B until I know I can't get.
That's
Plan
fine, and you could do it. But the Jets, I mean, they're in a tough spot with this. If he slow plays it, they're going to watch all their shit go out, and they better be prepared for it.
The thing I'll say about both of them is, like, again, there are concerns about like Rodgers. They're concerned with both of them. Again, that's why they're available. Like these guys are available because there's going to be issues with them. That's why they're out there. But in terms of Carr, I mean, he was that 1 year they were on their way to the playoffs, and he had that knee injury. I think it was where
like an MVP.
He was going to win MVP and then blew out his knee. So I'm not saying they were going to go on to win the Super Bowl, but his playoff resume could have looked a little better depending on how that season went. And then Rodgers did have the 2 losses at Lambeau against Tampa and then San Francisco, which hurt. But he did win a Super Bowl, and you can't take that away from him, obviously. But I'm not on the train of I want Rodgers. Like if we get Rodgers, we'll all be happy. Like I don't think there'll be a Jet fan if we get Rodgers that's going to be upset.
Everything the organization needs. It's everything that they need.
But I do agree where like people are acting like if we get Derek Carr, we're going to stick. Like Derek Carr is still 3 weeks ago. Derek Carr was the guy. Then it was Lamar. Now it's Rodgers.
Yeah.
So it's like
it changes every week, right, Bubs? It changes every week, man. It changed every week.
I want to be clear again. Like I'm not disputing. Like everything you said is accurate. He's a good quarterback. He makes you a playoff team. He's better than everything we've had. That's all good. And for some fans, that's fine. Not going to the playoffs for 12 years. We want to make it. That's great. I'm setting the bar a little bit higher than that.
We all have a high bar, dude. But we also got to recognize that there's risk associated with Rodgers too.
There's no risk with Carr.
There's risk with everybody, dude. That's why the Jets are the Jets.
So why not get the best option?
No, I'm saying you can go for it.
I Hall of Fame resume. Why not?
I understand.
That's every single thing the New York Jets need right now.
Bro,
this organization has been an embarrassment for 20 years.
Tyrone, translate this.
Racist to think of that. Come on.
Tyrone, translate this in French for me. Tell Kevin that I want to get Rodgers too. Say that in French. Maybe you can understand it. I get it. But there is risk associated with it.
So let's just say the decision on Rodgers isn't going to happen until July. Carr's available in 2 weeks. What are you doing?
You go for Carr. You can't wait, bro. This is my problem right here. Tyson, this is the only reason time. You know I want Derek. I mean, you know I want Rodgers. My problem is this: if Carr comes available next week, bro, no. I'm too scared to wait to see what Rodgers is going to do, and then we miss out, and then we got to watch Baker Mayfield, and everybody's going to be pissed. No, buddy, no, not doing that, bro. Not, man. I'm going to take
we're going to
a
invest in
half
Carr
a
because
loaf.
we're scared.
A
that we're
half a
gonna get
loaf of
Rodgers.
bread is better than no loaf of bread. No.
See, Tyron, what the Jets are doing is they're going to pray their lucky stars that Nathaniel Hackett was the difference.
Mhm.
That's their biggest play. That's it. Because other than that, you're not selling Saleh. I mean, you're selling a win now team. You got Garrett Wilson, and it seems like Rodgers has a relationship with Zach Wilson. He knows the players. He knows the ins and outs of the team. But I don't know what other teams make a play for him though.
I mean, they didn't even making calls now. Then I mean, listen, in prime time, I understand that if they call Green Bay like, look, man, we want to get in. Okay, we got you. We'll work the deal out. Well, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But to pass on Derek Carr and then sit back and wait, and then 3 weeks later, well,
Don't you
guess
have to wait
what, man?
till June too? You can't make the trade until June 1st, right? Isn't that when the trade actually goes through?
I think so, something like that.
So if you
You're
make
willing
it,
to wait till June?
1st.
June, Bronco?
Yep.
Well, you
Yo,
can make it. And just
look,
I guess
Baker Mayfield's gonna be our no. Baker Mayfield's our quarterback this year. Don't even worry about it.
You'll have Mike White. They're going to bring him back. You'll have Zach
How
Wilson.
do you know Mike White? Yo, what if somebody offer Mike White more money?
Yep.
No.
This is where I wish Frank Warner got that first down.
Listen, Mike
Yeah, me
White's
too,
not
bro.
gonna. Mike White's not gonna wait till June 1st to.
Well, no, you can sign Mike White
somebody
before
sign him?
then. You can sign Mike White
You
before then.
would?
Yeah.
Not knowing what you're gonna do, plus having Zach. No,
He's a good backup to have.
Prime time, you're not doing that.
I'm not signing him as my starter.
Mike White probably wants to be a
Prime
backup
time.
somewhere.
He's
number
getting,
2.
He's getting $8 million to $10 million this year, bro. I mean,
No,
$8
he's
million.
not. Stop.
He's getting at least $8 million for a
he's
backup.
not. No, he's not.
I'd say he's probably in the 5 to 7 range. He's probably at least $5 million.
You're paying
4 or
Zach.
5.
You're gonna pay Mike White. You're gonna pay Mike White $5 million. You're gonna turn around and sign Aaron Rodgers, bro. Listen, what all this money, bro? Listen, who are we gonna pay? You want DeAndre Hopkins? We have no offensive line.
We can't
Tyrone,
afford a
did you
kicker at this point.
Did you see the cap for next year? Haven't we spent like how many years saying the cap's a myth, right? There's always ways to structure shit.
You're right.
We need 3 offensive linemen. We need 2 linebackers, and we need a quarterback.
I'm not
and a
waiting to
receiver.
June 1st.
Safeties.
And safeties.
I don't care.
I'll take that chance.
I'm not waiting till June 1st.
I'll take that chance. Because
1st,
you know what? The other part of this that still bothers me, Bubs, I'll let you get in on this. Like the fact that Saleh is on the hot seat. Yes, it does scare me to invest 4 or 5 years in a quarterback with the possibility that Saleh could get fired after this year. And now you're going into interviews next year trying to find a coach that actually wants to coach Derek Carr. That could be a problem.
compared to what?
Compared to
Yo,
what? Compared to having nothing?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
I mean,
you gonna sell Zach
you have
Wilson?
a quarterback under contract. At least you know what you have.
You gonna sell Zach Wilson? Hey, look, man, we got Zach, man. Come on up in here, bro. But we'll be like, nah, man, I'm good. We like Derek Carr, we top 15. I can deal with.
You'd have $150 million, dude. You could go get whoever quarterback you want. This year's a bust.
You think
probably
Carr is
top
that
5
bad,
pick anyway.
Tom?
You
think Carr?
So wait, hold on. Tyra, hold on. So wait, prime time. And so in your world, you just traded away 2 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers. That blows up, and next year you're going to trade away more picks.
I don't think it's going to blow up. I don't think it's going to blow up.
We're gonna buy you the fuck them picks T-shirt because you're gonna have no picks up in 2 years.
Why are you assuming that it's just going to blow up? Rodgers is going to retire after 1 year.
You're like, oh, fucking next year we'll find somebody else. We'll have no picks.
I mean, Carr is probably.
I
love this show, baby.
That's assuming
I
you didn't get
show.
Rodgers or Carr. The next year you have all your options available.
But-
You have all your cap space, all your draft picks.
I mean,
options are on the table.
That's kind of the question where it's like, Carr is probably, to be honest, Carr is probably easier to sell to like the next head coach than trying to find an offensive coordinator without a quarterback. You
I
know,
don't know about that.
Or sell
If
Zach.
you have-
You can sell Zach,
If he's making $40 million a year with like guaranteed money for like another 2 or 3 years, a coach might want to take that.
I mean,
Especially if he has a down year too.
Prime time, you just said the salary cap. We're not paying nobody. Why wouldn't they? Hey, Bubs, you know what though? We can sell Zach Wilson though.
Tyrone, if you're paying Carr $40 million a year, he's your starting quarterback.
Exactly.
So if Saleh gets fired, the new coach next year would have to have Derek Carr as their starting quarterback. Wouldn't even be an option. You might not want that. That might limit your options for finding the right head coach.
Prime time, listen. Prime time. Our options are always going to be limited when it comes to good coach because of our owner doesn't want to pay the right guy. That's going to be part of the problem. What I'm saying to you is this: so if I was a coach coming in and you tell me, yo, we got Derek Carr, I got Zach Wilson, I'm not taking Zach. I'm taking Carr. That's what I would do.
Or we can go trade up for whoever you want. We can sign
No,
whoever you want.
listen,
$150 million cap space. You have all your options available.
No, because you want to give away 2 draft picks, so it doesn't work. And Saleh gets fired. Listen, this is why Aaron Rodgers.
If Aaron Rodgers is here, Jets are going to win some shit next year. So Saleh's not going to get fired.
Oh man, yeah, we're canceling the season. The Super Bowl. It's already done.
Print the
Prime time,
shirts.
we were 7. Listen,
Guaranteed.
we were
Print the
7-4, and we lost 6 straight games, bro.
So you have to parade.
What would be the worst scenario? Rodgers comes here, blows up in our face. Him and Salah are gone, no quarterback, or
And we lost
Carr,
2 draft picks. We lost 2 number 1
yeah.
picks.
or Carr, no
to me-
head coach.
To me, that scares me more. With Carr
Carr-
potentially being here for 4 or 5 years, and the Jets are just an 8-9 win team every year, like that would bother me more.
Oh my God, Tyson, this reminds
Just
me of
year after
Tyson.
year of mediocrity.
You know
That
what
would
reminds
bother
me
me
of?
so much more. Either go for the home run
This
or
is Sam
completely
Donald
flame out.
conversation all over again. You know
It
that,
is.
right?
It
That's
is.
all it
It
is.
so is.
Once he gets stuck in his head, it's over, bro.
It's over.
We went through this shit for weeks.
Yep.
What are we
Oh,
gonna do?
To
if
be
we
fair,
end
I
up
think
with,
I
like,
won that argument. If we're looking, I mean,
We should
Oh,
just.
How did you
brace
win
for
it?
Baker
Sam Darnold
Mayfield.
fucking sucks.
because it was never about Sam
He
Darnold.
sucked.
It was about the draft picks you could get for number 2, and everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what it was always about. Go back to all
We
the
went
shows.
through weeks of this shit, Tyson. Weeks
Go
of
back
this.
to all the
This
shows.
is why I don't, Tyron, this is why I don't stream
Bubs
anymore,
knows it
man.
too. That's why he's putting his head. Bub, you know it.
This is why I don't
My
stream
argument
anymore.
every week was you trade that second pick. You got all the draft picks in the world to go get whoever you want. Those 2 first-round picks we're talking about for Aaron Rodgers right now, guess what? We would have those already. No big deal. Here you go.
So let's go back to how we should have got Trent Williams back in the day too. We'll get back to
I
that.
wanted
To
him
trade for
too.
Trent
You know,
Williams. He's
We
still
still,
playing-
we were okay, with George Fant and McGovern instead of Trent Williams. Get those.
We still got to brace for
same conversation now.
Hey,
Let's
how
get
do
2
y'all
Derek
feel-
Carrs
hey,
instead of 1
can I
Aaron
ask y'all
Rodgers.
one question?
No
Can I
big
ask y'all a
deal.
question though? How'd y'all feel when Trent threw a boy to the ground though? He just slung his ass like he was
Yeah.
right.
I felt that. I was glad for Bubs. Any final thoughts? Because we're like Kevin.
Just-
I'm like Kevin now, letting you on the show for 45 minutes.
just all I say is just brace for a Baker Mayfield, Zach Wilson training camp battle.
Yes, sir.
Could you imagine,
You
dude?
never know
Bob,
with this team.
Yeah.
And listen, and Jacoby Brissett coming in the third, coming in the rear, baby.
Yep,
Yep.
he can take us.
And with
No,
the
no.
first
We
pick
need what we
of the
need now.
2024 draft, the New York Jets select quarterback from BYU. It doesn't
No, we
matter.
need right
Yeah,
now.
March
We need the Ravens to put the non-exclusive tag on Lamar Jackson so we can go full chaos. That's what we need.
Oh,
That's
man,
what we
it's
need.
over.
We want the non-exclusive tags. Then everybody can waffle on the Rodgers takes and go back to the Lamar Jackson takes.
Hey, listen, we have a call
Well,
in
it
show.
wouldn't
and
even
we
be
bring those
waffling.
callers
I
on.
think most people that want a quarterback would be fine with either one. I just don't think
Nah.
anyone thinks Lamar Jackson's realistic right now.
Yo,
I don't
Lamar
think Lamar's
Jackson-
coming here. Lamar's not
Nah,
coming here.
bro. Listen, if that was
Somehow he became available. Yeah, I mean, you put him in the same
can get
conversation
3
with Rodgers.
I would give 3 first ones for Lamar Jackson. I get 3 ones for him.
I would do that. Yeah,
I wouldn't have hired. I would. But hold on. I wouldn't have hired Nathaniel Hackett then.
that's the problem.
Oh,
You're
that's
not
the
putting
problem.
Lamar Jackson in the
Tyson,
West
see,
Coast
now
offense.
you're
Yeah.
talking, Tyson. That would not work.
We
That
dirty
goes back
ass
to our
backwards.
conversation from last week.
Yo.
Yeah. I still think we're gonna. I personally, I still think we're gonna end up with Carr. That's my if I had to predict,
Lord help
not
us.
so much like what I. Again, Rodgers obviously number 1, but I think ultimately, I just don't think
If
they're
you
gonna trade
don't
for
get
Rodgers.
that Hackett hire is gonna backfire.
Yeah.
Like, man,
Mhm.
it's gonna
I-
be a problem. Bad move, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like you can't
We
be
could
much
have had
worse than LaFleur.
Calvin Moore, bro. We could have just waited.
Tom Monken got hired.
Kellen
we could
Moore,
have
you mean?
waited. Kellen Moore. We could have waited.
Yeah,
Yo, and just got it. He's
Yeah, but hold on, Tyrone. No, but that's not true. Because now all of a sudden you're assuming Kellen Moore went to go coach Justin Herbert. I mean, let's not act like coordinators are rushing to come. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
coach the Jets because they're
Well,
praying to get Aaron
Derek Carr's
Rodgers.
the quarterback. They're going to be lining up to come here. Let me tell you.
Hey, listen,
But
hey,
the
listen,
selling the
Tyson,
job now with no quarterback is not easy. People aren't lining up to
Tyson,
take this job. They
Hey,
weren't.
Tyson, you know what I'm gonna say, Tyson? I'm gonna say this to him. I'm gonna be like, look, man, and you fix the Jets, man. You're a legend. I'll put you in the Ring of Fame, whatever you want. What check? How much money you need to come over here and do that?
We'll put his favorite colors in Empire State
Call it the
Building.
Ring of Fame.
Oh god, that was so bad.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
Bubs, thanks for calling in, man. We
Yeah.
probably let you talk
Have a good
enough,
one,
but sorry, man.
No
Hey,
problem.
how long
Thanks
was
for having me
that?
on.
Come on.
have a good one,
Later,
bro.
This is why I don't stream no more. I just keep my shit to myself. It's easier.
Oh.
Let's go. What can go wrong with this one? What's up, man?
Guys, all right. Before we begin, I think we all need to calm down and have a toast.
There you go.
Don't tell me to calm down.
You seriously need to hit this.
Go
Okay.
ahead, get him prime time. Go
All
ahead.
right,
Prime time. Go ahead,
but
Lamar.
before we begin, I want to ask you that. Oh, hi, Elmo. This is not. You're not old enough for this, Elmo.
Oh Christ.
All right. Before we begin,
DEA checking out the show.
This is
So,
shut down, bro.
I do get all your takes. Like my number one is Aaron Rodgers.
Agree with all of us?
My number one is Aaron Rodgers, bro. I think you guys And I want to mention this. I think you guys missed something that a lot of people overlook on why Aaron Rodgers would want to come here. So I want to ask you guys. I want to make first before I ask you this question. I want to clarify this.
Just say it. The fuck you want to say? God damn.
I love this, baby. I love when Tyson's like this, baby. Action, baby.
Just fucking
That's
say
right.
it.
All right,
Real
you guys are
Let's Talk
Rangers
Jets.
fans, right?
What?
Huh?
You guys are hot Rangers fans, right?
No, I like the Devils.
I'm a Rangers fan.
All right. I want to ask you, why did Mark Messier go to the Rangers?
To chase a
Why?
cup.
Yeah. You want to play in New York?
You know why? Because he saw it as the best challenge that the NHL had to offer.
Okay. So let me guess. Aaron Rodgers is going to come to the Jets because he wants to be the king of New York and win a Super Bowl and be a savior of New York. Is that what you're telling me?
Let me finish.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just tell me.
All right. Look, when you look at it, look, winning in New York is big, but it's not just winning in New York. When you go to a long-time perennial loser, turn them around and win a championship there, it's much bigger. It's much bigger. It's a bigger deal. And let's say you go to a team that's historically great, like the Niners or the Steelers.
So, but isn't Aaron Rodgers is already a legend? He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but here's the thing: he's gotten a lot of criticism over the last few years for the playoff failures in the short.
You think he gives a fuck? He's got gazillions of dollars. He's going to the Hall of Fame. People think he's all-time great. You think he honestly gives a shit?
People, you'd be surprised. People do give a shit.
No, does he? Does he give a shit? Do you think Aaron Rodgers right now, when he's sitting on his yacht and getting ready to do the Pro-Am in California,
I know,
he gives a rat's ass what anybody else thinks about him?
Yep.
No.
You'd be surprised. You'll get bugged by their own critics. People, it gets them in the back of their head.
Vincent, did you get hung up on another show, Vincent?
No, I did not.
Okay.
He's lying.
Sure?
No, I got my
All
full.
right, so we don't care. So your point is what? So Aaron Rodgers wants to prove his critics wrong by coming to the Jets to win.
Think about it. If you win with a perennial loser, it's worth. You win not only in New York, but with a perennial long-time losing franchise like the Jets, it's worth maybe 2 or 3 Super Bowls anywhere else.
Wow, so if he wins 2 here, he'd pass Brady. Sure.
It's like, why do you think Tom Brady went to the Bucks? They're the same thing. They're the same thing like the Jets.
They were loaded.
They're loaded. It's besides the load.
They had a coach he loved.
Bucks won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the thing is, outside of the Super Bowl 2002, what are they known for? Being a shitty franchise.
So that's why Brady went there?
The team was loaded, dude, and he loved Bruce Arians.
I know that they're loaded, but it didn't hurt.
He liked Florida.
But
it didn't hurt the fact that they were a long-time perennial losing franchise that was known for outside of.
No, they run with John.
Wait, hold on, time out. Hold on.
Outside of 1 year, outside of 2002.
The Buccaneers were not known as perennial losers anymore. Look at all the fucking Warren Sapp and John Lynch and all those guys, all the win they were doing them. Outside of all that winning they did. Outside of all that winning they did in the Super Bowl they won. Let's just forget about that shit.
Outside of that period, outside of the 90s.
Let's ignore that decade.
Outside of that period.
The 90s and 2000s, so just erase 20 years and we're good.
Yep, absolutely.
Outside of that period, what are the Bucs known for? What is 90% of their history made up of?
So wait, you're ignoring their best years. That's ridiculous.
The same thing as ignoring the Jets' best years. Like I said, they're a long time friends.
Dude, they had Hall of Fame players all over the goddamn field.
Crickets.
Seriously. How many Hall of Fame players? I mean, come on, dude.
Love you, Prime Time.
I'm just telling you. What are they? Besides that. What were they known for? What are they known for outside of the Dungy Gruden years? Losing.
Bro.
They started off their career going 0-14. They had 3 good years. They had 3 good years from 7 and 4 good years from 79 to 80.
Let's talk Bucks now. What are we doing?
Bro, I would take the Bucks history over ours any day of the fucking week, bro.
The only difference was up until Brady got there that their Super Bowl was in the 21st century.
It's 2 Super Bowls.
2005, Bucks won 11 games. 2007, they won 9 games. 2008, they won 9 games. 2010, they won 10 games. Then a drought. 2016, they won another 9 games. So they've been relevant. They've had some
Bucks,
decent years.
look, Jets take Bucks have the lowest winning percentage in the NFL.
And that's why Brady went there.
Look, Brady went there to prove his critics wrong because everyone said, people say, oh, which one is it? Is it Bill or is it Brady? Is he a product of the Patriots?
He went to be with Arians, dude. Bruce Arians and the playmakers.
I understand that, but you're not telling me that an element of them being a historically inept franchise didn't play.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, the only reason why he's going to come here is because he wants to prove the world wrong that the Jets are no longer lovable losers. He's going to make them heroes. That's why he's going to come here?
That's a part of it. I'm saying the talent's here. He likes the talent. He's not afraid of New York. And like I said, winning in New York and for a perennial loser.
Honestly, I think it could be the opposite. I think the bullshit about New York could be a reason why he doesn't want to come here. To deal with all of us, the fucking me, and all the nonsense bullshit, analyzing all his ridiculous takes on fucking 9/11 and everything else he talks about. Because the funny thing is, all these guys in me that want to bring Aaron Rodgers here have all these stories written up about him. All this shit, they're gonna rip the fuck out of him the minute he gets here. Did you say this? Did you say this? Did you say this? Did you say this? So all this shit's now about football until he gets here, and won't be about football anymore. They're gonna attack the living fuck out of him. Let's not act like they're not going to. Those articles are already written by Samini. You know they are.
But you know he's going to go right back at him too. So.
But does he even want to deal with that though, or go somewhere else where they don't give two shits about it, where he can fucking smoke weed, do mushrooms, everything else, just play football?
Where else is he going to go? Where else is he going to go that has the talent? They're not trading him in. They're not trading him in conference.
Tampa Bay.
They're not trading him in conference.
Colts, Titans,
the
Raiders, 49ers,
Miami. Shit.
Miami. Can you imagine you went to Miami?
Nah, he's not going.
That's a win now, team. Just kick 2 in the ass.
They have no defense. Raiders have no.
Miami's got no defense.
Yo, they just hired one of the best defensive coordinators in the game yesterday.
I think Fangio's going to San Francisco now. I think, isn't he? I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. So Vincent, you're saying Aaron Rodgers he's your guy, and you're gonna how much you willing to give to get him? How many first round picks?
Well, I don't think it's going to take that much. I think it's definitely going to take a first. I think it's a condition. Probably going to take a day 2 pick and a conditional first, based on that he plays.
A conditional first? Oh fuck! I think. Yeah.
I don't think that. Like I said, that's what most analysts. That's what most insider reports are saying right now. That's what the buzz has been. It's not like Peter. I think it was what's his name? King. I can't remember the phrase.
Peter King.
Peter King came out and said, yeah, it's only good. Like the initial reports of it costing 2 first, it's not likely that's going to cost that much.
Well, that would still be my offer anyway.
So wait, they don't want 2 first. You give it to them anyway.
Exactly.
What are we doing here?
They're not going to be able to
Make
get
it happen.
Tyrone, they're gonna be like, we want a first and a third. Kevin's like, no, I want to give you my second first.
I said 2 first, damn it.
Please take it.
Yo,
what are we doing here?
They said they want a condition.
No. I told Tyrone last week, if I'm Joe Douglas, I call up the Packers. I say, whatever your best offer is when you're ready to finally deal Rodgers, hit me back up. I'll throw another first-round pick on top of that. We have a deal.
So they won't lie to you prime time. Hey, look, you know what, man? We got 4 first-round picks. Okay, I'll give you 5.
Yep. We'll be been against ourselves.
I'd want some proof that they got 4 first-round picks there.
He'll play 1 season, and that's it.
He's not going to play 1 season. We'll get 2 years out of him. We'll get 2 years.
We're an expansion team in the month.
No, like I said, he wants the money. He wants those contracts.
What's your plan B, Vincent?
Well, my plan, like I said, if you find out Rodgers is not available, then I suggest you go in Derek Carr, because in my opinion, I think Derek Carr is the jack of all trades. Is that he has the age. Like I said, he's not old, but he's not young, but he's not old. You know, he's not a superstar, but he's not a scrub, and he's consistently durable.
What are we doing here, bro? I don't get paid enough.
This is why I don't stream no more. This is why.
You know
I sit on my fucking couch. I just watch shit, and nobody bothers me. He's not young, but he's not old. He's not good, but he's not bad.
Vincent, would you wait? Would you listen?
He's not tall, but he's not short.
If Derek Carr got cut this week, Vincent, would you sign Derek Carr? Would you wait till June and try to sign Aaron Rodgers?
Well, I don't think it's going to take that long. I think the news is expected in the next about a week or so after the Super Bowl. the last thing I remember when he said on the Pat McAfee show, he was going to give about 2 weeks to make up his mind.
But what if Derek Carr
The
get
trade
cut
can't go
tomorrow?
through.
I mean, I'm just saying, you think Derek Carr's going to wait to say, you know what? What's the Jets going to do with Aaron Rodgers? You know what I'm saying? What's what happens? He's going to sign with the first team, right? So you had to make a choice. What would you do? Would you wait?
That's comment of the night. That's great.
I want to make that shirt. That should be our next shirt. He's not high, but he's not sober. What's the number meaning? What's the number meaning your name, Vincent?
Oh, that's easy. That was my old high school ID number. I had to punch in to get into the lunchroom.
Oh, that's cool.
You still remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I had to memorize it because I lost my ID so many times. I couldn't just show them the card. I had to type in the number to get in because I kept on losing it. So I had to just memorize it.
Well, Vince, it was great talking to you, bro.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night, man.
Wait, are you playing music? You playing music first? Hold on a second. Maybe this is what we need. Fuck it. This is why I don't stream, man. This is it.
Tyson, you gotta pay. You don't have to pay me for the stream, bro. You're good. This one's for free, bro. I'm good.
My eyes are tearing. He's not bad, but he's not good.
Yo, hey Tyson, I do 3 shows for free if you let me be the one that can keep it on and off. Can I do that this time? Thank you.
What are we doing?
Good job, man.
Hey man, have a
Well
great
done.
day, bro.
Thank you very much.
Be
We
good, man.
appreciate it. That was good.
Good talk.
Hey,
Have a good night, man. Good job. What's that?
Can we do a show like where I get to control like who comes on and come?
that'd be
You could just run the whole show, dude. I could.
No. I just
we
want
should
one
do that.
time, man.
We should do a show where you run it and we just like watch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I
I want
definitely
to do that one night.
I would hit that button like 7 minutes ago, bro. I promise you. Hey, but anyway, Vincent, boy, my guy.
I mean, you could do it. We should have the time where he does the chat. He's got to do everything.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, the chat would never get up there, but that's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, Proctor, you can't talk trash. You.
I was getting comments up. I hit all the super chats.
Tyson runs it well, man. Tyson does a great job.
What's up, Johnny? How you doing, man?
See, but I actually read all of them when I actually post them, though.
Well, see,
That's
you
probably
only do
why
like
it
one.
takes longer.
You do it one every 10 minutes. You got to get them all up there.
I like to read them and then have a discussion about the comments, which is why it takes longer to get through a lot of them.
Hey, I was on time, man. What are you talking about? I'm always on time, man.
25-minute calls. I heard. All right, Jomo, what's up, man?
What up, guys? How we
What's
doing?
up, Joe?
man?
That was a good job,
What's up,
Vincent.
bro?
Paint it black. I like it.
Yeah, it's great.
But this is a great conversation tonight. I like it.
Great
You
thoughts.
than me.
It's aggressive. No more nice
Yeah.
shit. Just rough.
Thoughts? Aaron Rodgers is number 1. Jackson's number 2, and Carr is number 3. And yeah, I think there's pros and cons with Rodgers, and I think there's also pros and cons with Carr. When you look at Rodgers, you can say that. What happened?
Said one thing about Tyrone is he's certainly consistent. His mic is just as bad as it was 3 years
Hey,
ago.
man, this is the new mic, man. Improved, man. Hey, got me something, baby.
Oh man,
Oh,
I don't know.
man,
They should
hey,
be out here. We got helicopters and police sirens tonight, so I don't know what's going
What the hell going on in your neighborhood, bro?
on. Who knows? But all right, Rodgers. So pros and cons. I don't care how many picks it takes. And I think this is the most likely scenario. My reasoning is because they spent the number 2 pick on Zach Wilson. Doesn't seem like they're ready to give up on him just yet. Doesn't seem like he even has a market, anybody to trade for him. So I think we keep him ultimately. And if you bring in Rodgers, you get a guy that can play for 2 years, give you very good football for 2 years, make the guys around him better, and Zach can learn. learn under his wing. I think that is the most likely scenario because Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh need to save their fucking jobs. And
So you're
do
going
you
to pick
think
up
they're
Zach
gonna-
Wilson's 5th-year option?
Of course, yeah. A 1-year option for a quarterback that's sat 2 years behind Aaron Rodgers. He had 2 years of playing experience. He should have it all put together. And that's 1 year. It's a prove it year. And then you can move on.
I don't know if I could pick up the 5th-year option. The only way I could do that is if like Rodgers ended up missing like 3 or 4 games and Zach just lit it up in those games. Otherwise, I
There's
think you have to at least
way.
let
So
him hit the
you
mark.
make him a free agent
Yeah, you'd have to.
and then just
Yeah,
try to
there's
sign
no
him?
way.
Yeah,
Nah,
I think you'd
not
have to.
signing.
If he's
And
not
he,
playing,
and he wouldn't
So what
come
if-
back. And he wouldn't come
His
back
ass
here
is
either.
running, bro. He's
No.
running. He's not signing, bro.
Yeah.
he's out.
Nah.
I mean,
But
maybe you would pick up the option if there's a trade market
think
for him.
You already spent the
Possibly
number 2
too.
pick on him. He
Probably
knows
not.
the system. If you have the same coaching staff,
What,
I mean,
what
it
is
makes
hit me
sense to
from,
me.
Tom?
What's that?
What would his hit be?
Like $20-something million.
Would it be that
Something
much?
like that, yeah.
Yeah, 5th-year option for.
But
a
in that
quarterback?
time, that's going to be a third of the price of what these other quarterbacks are getting.
Listen, man,
I
you're not
don't
bringing.
know.
Listen. If you're bringing Aaron Rodgers in here, it's the whole Zach Wilson thing doesn't mean shit to me. You're bringing him here to win football games and win a Super Bowl. If he
Yeah.
mentors him, great. But that, I mean, to me, Zach Wilson's he's an afterthought at this point.
Yeah,
I
but that's like the reasoning to why I think it would happen. Like Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh, job on the line. I think they'd rather put it in Rodgers' hands than Carr.
So you're willing to give up any amount of compensation, Matt. You don't care what it is, just to get him.
I don't think it's going to take 2 first-rounders, but if it would, yeah, I'd send it to him. Why not? I mean,
Okay,
conditional. He's got to come back for year 2 to get that.
that's
you know,
exactly.
there's-
You got to have some kind of
It's got to be
conditions, man.
something there.
It's got to be
condition there.
something.
But
So you have?
Yeah,
do you have
dude,
any?
I
Do you have
do.
any reservations about the timeline with Aaron Rodgers waiting too long to see what he does?
well, it sounded like today he's a couple of weeks away, and that's what it's going to be with Carr.
But
as
the
well.
Packers don't have. The
sounds like
Packers don't have to
potentially
make a
longer than
rush.
that.
The Packers don't have to rush or anything. They could say no. We got to get the best offer we can, and they could slow play it themselves.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see it going down that way. I think they both have so much mutual respect for each other that I think they would
It's a
want to do it
business,
the
man.
right
They don't
way.
give a shit.
You heard Rodgers talk today?
Yeah,
I did
heard
hear
him.
him talk. He
It
seems
seemed
to
like
think that
it seemed like he was very surprised that they were having all these talks about his future without
Yeah.
including him in
Well,
this.
he's not surprised, dude. He knows exactly what's going on. But he leaves little nuggets out there.
Oh,
Be like,
yeah.
you know, I know you're trying to you're starting to,
planted
Right.
the seeds. It feels like.
Yeah.
I guess they do hold the cards in their hands on the timeline. I never really thought about that.
He does.
But-
He does too, though.
he could say I'm not going there.
Yeah, he has to be. He
But
plays
he's
a
not
big
going to say
role in
that to
this.
the Jets.
No, but I'm saying
I don't-
the Packers could say, okay, you know what? We negotiate a trade. You're now going to, the Buccaneers. He could be like, all right, I'm retiring. I'm not going.
Sorry, yep.
Yeah,
Give
but
me
that's
my
got
money.
nothing to do
And
with
give
us.
me my money. And give me my money.
Yep.
They're on the hook. Listen, if the reason they want to get rid of him, Jomo, is if he retires, they're still on the hook for that money, bro. And it was probably 63 million.
It's something expensive.
Is that
Yeah.
they're on the hook for all that guaranteed? Is that how it
Yeah.
works?
I thought it was in like the third year or something like that.
I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, I think the number this year isn't too much.
Yeah, it's like
Next
15
year.
million the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then
the
even next year
following
it's still
year.
only like 30.
No, his guaranteed is 63 million, though, right?
Not this year.
No, he's
he's
guaranteed the money, but it's
he's
how.
guaranteed the money, yeah.
Oh
Total
yeah, but
contract,
it's spread
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
gets the
See, there's-
63, but it's spread out.
See, Joe, there's like
Yeah.
there's three facets to this. The first one is Aaron Rodgers saying, yes, I'm coming back to play. That's the first thing. Then the Packers
Yeah.
are saying, yes, do we want to keep you or do we want to trade you? Then you go, can the Packers get the compensation they want? And then will Aaron Rodgers agree to go there? There's like so many levels to this shit. And while you're doing this,
Yeah.
it's all time. And all that time that's going by is the chance the Jets are going to lose their other options. That's
Guys
the
are
problem.
getting signed. Guys are getting
Well,
signed.
I mean, I don't know. The way I look at it is, I really think it's going to be a pretty expedited process. I feel that is where it's heading. I think the Packers have already made their decision. Jordan Love's been pretty vocal on social media and whatnot, so he's obviously lit a fire under their ass. And I think once they make that decision, I think they're going to be respectful to Rodgers, and like he's not going to say no to the Jets. If they go up to him and say, "Hey, it's the Jets," I think he's going to be all in. We got
Why?
Hackett. We got a great defense. We have offensive weapons all over the place. And earlier, you
So
guys
it's a
were-
great defense, but you could be missing 5 stars. We just talked about it. There's a lot of guys that could be gone next year.
Yeah, but you got I don't know.
got
I
the
think
coach,
the core
right?
guys, I think it's really just that's what counts. And I think it's the two corners that really made this defense what it was this year. I don't think if it wasn't for those two guys, I think we would have been in shambles.
Quinnen was a big part of that too.
Well,
but
Quinnen as well.
Quinnen's the X factor here because you got to pay him. What are we
You
doing
got to
about
pay
him?
bro. You got to pay him, bro.
Yes.
There we
now
go.
now it's-
Yeah, it's official. Now we rolling
There
now.
you go. I got the system down. But I don't know. Quinnen, yeah, obviously he's the X factor. You got to get him back, pay him whatever. But I don't think that really dips into the Rodgers money because, like we just said, it's only $15 million. I mean, that's really not that much. You're not on the hook for that much this year.
And right now, Quinnen Williams for his 5th-year option, I think it's like 9.4, 9.5.
Yeah, but he said he's not going to report.
But he's not playing on.
What
that. You
I'm
gotta
saying, though,
give him
is if
extension.
they give him an extension, you can still spread out that bonus money where you're taking the big hits in years 2, years 3,
Yeah.
years 4.
have
to.
He's a younger
You got
player.
cap money.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do
You
that.
definitely
The
do
cap
that,
doesn't
yeah,
exist, though. The cap does not exist. It's not a thing.
Well,
These
but
teams
see,
spread the
Jomo, we
money.
got it. But see, you don't understand, dude. You got to get Quinnen Williams signed. You got to get Aaron Rodgers. You got to get DeAndre Hopkins. You got to get every other top fucking free agent out there.
No, those
All
3 moves,
within,
that's it.
all by
Well,
by May
Listen to
15th.
this. Seriously though,
All manageable.
with the
All happen.
Hopkins thing, and I'm going to tie this into another point. But so if it really only takes a 3rd-round pick for Hopkins, or say fuck it, it's a 2nd-round pick. Say it's a 2nd-round pick for Hopkins, and you got to
Done.
pay him.
Done.
It's done. You got to do it, especially if you're going after whether or not it's Carr or
like
Rodgers.
it.
You have to do it. The teams, and this is what Joe Douglas has done. He's been with us for how long now? He has orchestrated the cap number and everything, and all the players and all of this. So these teams and these GMs, you have a window. And right now we have a young team. We have guys, a proven defense. We have guys on offense that, with a quarterback, they are superstars. Garrett Wilson's 1,500 yards. Breece Hall healthy is unbelievable. Elijah Moore, I'm sure, would have close to 1,000 yards. There's no doubt all of these guys will flourish with a quarterback. Now, you have this window. You have to take advantage of it, because if you don't, you're going to be how many years down the line in the same position? You're going to be 7-8 wins every single fucking year. And especially with this Derek Carr thing, if you don't go all in right now as you get Derek Carr, his cap number is going to start to creep in. And at that point, when you're down the line, like, you say you kick the can down the road, eventually that can catches up and you can't kick it
So
anymore.
you're out on Carr is what you're saying?
No. I'm saying if you get either one of these guys, you got to be all in, all out 2023 and 2024, and that's the window. And
Well, they know. I mean, they know that, because no matter if you get Carr or Rodgers, you got to stock up this offensive line. You've got to make it much better than it
That
was
as well.
last year. You can't have Band-Aids, and you can't. I mean, you can't count on Becton to be a starter. You got to get some just stout guys there that could be here for a couple years. You don't want to keep changing every year. You got to get 2 linebackers. You got to add pieces, man. Like, you have to.
Well, the most important piece is the quarterback. And
Yep. Gotta
you're
protect
right.
him, though.
You got to
Aaron
have
Rodgers
the,
getting
you
his
gotta
ass
have the
beat,
pass
that's for sure.
protectors. Yep. And Carr, I mean, they're both any guy you put back there, And back to Rodgers.
Wait, what my question, Carl Lawson, what
yeah.
do you do?
I would try to restructure it, but I mean, if he's not going to do it, I think you got to cut ties with him and give Bryce Huff like $7.5 million for a year, something like that. So you take half his salary, give it to Huff, and you let Clemens and Jermaine Johnson play more. I mean, I don't see any flaw in that. Bryce Huff is a fucking stud. I think he deserves more playing time regardless. And if this guy isn't going to take a pay cut,
Do you think he'd want?
although I
back,
like
though?
him,
Do you think Huff would want to come back though? When they were only
Hey,
playing
I'm
him
sure.
like 6
Why
snaps, 8 snaps in some games last year. Like, if you can get
Well,
a bigger
no.
role somewhere else and even more money.
yeah, I think you got to give him
But
$7.5 million. I think is where you got to start with him.
the problem with Huff is this, though, Joe, and this is people don't understand about Huff. Listen, Huff is a great situational pass rusher. He's really, really bad against the run. He's not big enough. That's the problem. He can't
Well,
set
they
the
don't put him
edge.
on the field against the run. He doesn't really get many opportunities against the
That's
run.
what I'm.
They put him
That's
on the
what.
field
That's
to
Wait,
pass
Kevin.
rush.
that's
Kevin,
what
hold
I'm
on, Kevin.
trying to
Kevin.
say.
They don't put him on the field, period. That's the problem.
Yo, but I
Big
mean, I'm
problem.
just saying,
What
like,
it is, though, it's like obvious passing situation. So he
Yeah,
hasn't really had
exactly,
an
but-
opportunity to show if he can do it or not.
but I mean, he's small. So him against the run, he's not able to set the edge the way they want it. That's the reason why. And plus, they like their deep rotation of linemen and pass rushers. So I think Huff is a great player. He's just a tweener, so it's so hard with him to give him that to say he's going to be on the field and be a full-time starter. I don't think he can. I think he can handle that for a full season of getting hit like that. You know what I'm saying? Huff's like 240, bro, 250, small.
So you keep Lawson at the number he's at. Let Huff walk.
No, I'm going to extend.
But what if he doesn't? Him. What if he says no?
Then I cut him, but I'm going to use Jermaine Johnson. I'm still going to give Huff his money. I'm doing a first round tender on Huff and give him the $5 million and try to figure something out maybe long term. I love what he brings. I think he should have used him more.
Dude, Tyson he's a stud. Third down guy like that. That's what Frank Clark is.
If we had Huff in the Baltimore game, I think we win that game. He didn't play for the first 4 games that he really could have helped us because our defense struggled to get a pass rush.
Shit, Garrett Wilson wasn't playing either.
Exactly.
A good comparison for Huff is a guy like D Ford, who really never was a fucking run stuffer type of guy.
Not even close. D Ford is way bigger than Huff, bro, size wise, weight wise.
But he was terrible against the run. He only played third down.
Aaron Maven. That's the comparison.
But Corey Davis has got to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
and I'd love to bring McGovern back. I think that's an unpopular opinion, but I would like to bring him back. I don't think the number will be too big, and I think he's solid.
Would you try for upgrade? Would you try for upgrade on McGovern, or y'all just kind of locked in on McGovern? Because I heard a lot of people say that tonight.
With the quarterbacks that you're going to have to get and the whole thing, you're going to have to get these mid-tier guys.
We'll just ask Aaron Rodgers who he wants. We'll just get that guy. just fucking text Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, what do you need at center? We'll get that too. Go get Rich Bisaccia at the special teams. We'll be fine, man. Fuck it.
I would go after his tackle though. Bakhtiari, the one
he's got a bad back, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's a liability. I'd rather throw Becton out there. But Derek Carr, dude. With either of the guys, it's a win, and you gotta go all in for the next.
Well, but hold on now. If you said either of the guys is a win, the compensation for Carr would be less, and he's younger. So why wouldn't you just go for him?
I think Rodgers is a better quarterback.
But you just said either. You said either of these guys is a win. So if either one's going to win, then I'm going to go win with the younger and cheaper guy.
No, I meant I meant that either one of these guys, you got to win now. You got to go all in. Like,
but you said either guy was a win.
Next 2 years. Well, yeah, I'd be happy with either one, but
so then if you're going to be happy with either one, then why not go with the younger one that's going to give you less competition?
Because, all right,
right? Am I missing something? You just said that.
That's a fair question. That's a fair question. I think that Aaron Rodgers is a much better quarterback. I think that he will elevate everybody around him. I think
so not either one to win then. So you want one higher than the other one then?
Duh. Yeah.
They're your words, man.
I'm really the biggest point I'm trying to make is you have this window, you got to take full advantage of it, or it's going to be a flop. Either way it goes. I mean, I don't want to be mediocre. I 100% agree with primetime. Mediocre is not on my.
Well, I mean, they're going
to do list.
But Jumbo, they're going to be all in because they're coaching for their careers right now. They're Jets players on the line next year. They have to win next year big, or they're going to be out of here.
So they're
going to spend big.
So who do you think they trust with that job? What quarterback do you think they trust with that job?
I mean, Rodgers is the obvious guy, but I don't know. Does Rodgers want to come here though? They
got Hackett. What do you like?
Well, that's the thing, dude.
When there's smoke, there's fire, man.
No,
the Broncos thought that last year too, though. So.
Yeah, listen, just because
the Broncos situation was different. The Packers are never getting rid of Rodgers after an MVP season, make the playoffs as the 1 seed. Yeah, they got bounced, but that was a great San Francisco team, like they are every single year. I mean, and dude, the Packers never gave Rodgers a fucking fair chance. Do you know he hasn't had a fucking He has not had an offensive weapon drafted in the first. Anybody on offense? Forget weapon.
Did Devontae Adams did he just abandon
one guy? Okay, Devontae Adams, Jeff
and
Janis,
the running backs.
Nelson, running back. Yeah, as a running back and no offensive weapon is going to get you to the Super Bowl.
If they didn't give him anything, they had to get these MVPs. Was he just?
He elevated them. He elevated them like he's going to do with the Jets. He elevates.
But you're saying the Packers did. How many games was he winning every year, and they didn't give him anything?
All right, if you look at that Packers team every single year, the offensive weapons are absolute garbage. Like, seriously.
So they had no defense?
The defense is fine, but you got to.
The defense is fine. So defense was good then. So the Packers gave him a good defense, right?
They scored 7 points against the fucking 49ers last year.
Did the
They
Packers
scored
give him a good defense?
average. I wouldn't say it was
What
great.
wouldn't he have with the Jets that he had with the Packers?
No, his point
Offensive
was that he said the
weapons.
Packers
He would
didn't
have
give him
Breece
anything.
Hall, he would have Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Michael Carter, fucking 2 tight ends. He's never had anything like that. Never.
No.
Maybe his Super Bowl year.
This is the first
He's never
year
had
he
anything
didn't have
like
receivers. He had the best receiver in the league, yo.
And Jeff
What are you
Janis,
talking about?
fucking Ryan Tunyon. Who the hell was that at the time?
How
and
many
still,
pass
who the hell
rushers do
is
they have?
that?
They have like a ton of
He's
pass
decent tight
rushers.
end, Tunyon. Randall
Pass
Cobb.
rusher. Dude, the defense is only going to get you so far. Take a look at the fucking 49ers. You don't have an offense, you're done.
Well, they're on their fifth string quarterback.
Yeah, but the Eagles are still dog
This is
walking
true,
them
too.
with
They took
Purdy.
Another quarterback in the first round.
Dude, they took
Oh,
a
he was still in his
quarterback. They
prime.
took no wide receivers. Sure, you had Devontae Adams. That's fine. But has he been
Yeah.
paid? He hasn't been paid. So why haven't they gotten other guys around him? They have never given Rodgers a fair fucking chance. I'm telling you, dude. All right, I'm going to be honest. The Jets fucking stuck every fucking year for the past how many years of my fucking life. I'm a Packers fan every single year after the Jets stink it up. I always root for them. Always. They're my second team. I've been a huge Rodgers fan forever. The Packers have not given this guy a fair fucking chance, dude. Like, I'm so serious. The defense could be whatever. It's never been top tier. It's been mediocre at best. The pass rush never was amazing. And the biggest thing is the offense. If you have a quarterback like that, you get him fucking weapons. Tom Brady didn't have weapons in New England. What did he do? I want out. He goes to fucking
Wait,
Tampa.
what?
Mike Evans.
He had
Chris
Randy
Godwin.
Moss. Tom
I'm
Brady
not talking
didn't
about back
have
then. I'm
weapons
talking
in New
about
England?
in his 40s.
Gronkowski? Edelman?
Okay,
Welker?
Gronkowski retired. So what did he
Wait,
do?
no.
He jumped ship and he went to Tampa.
Well,
Rodgers never had an opportunity to get better weapons around him. Just the minute Brady didn't have his guys, he said,
how did
I'm out of here.
So how did Aaron Rodgers win a Super Bowl? Was it like a miracle?
He had Greg Jennings.
Oh.
He had
Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson.
No, he didn't have Randall Cobb. He had fucking so many guys on that team. I can't remember off the top of my head.
He must
He
have
didn't
weapons
have
then, I
Jordy
guess,
Nelson. No, yes, he had weapons. That's what I'm saying. He had weapons.
You just
then.
said he had
He's
so
never
many
had
guys.
since.
So you're saying when
He's
he
never
has
had
weapons,
since.
he can win you
Jermichael
a Super
Finley.
Bowl.
Jermichael Finley. There you
I'll
go. There's
translate
another
it for you.
guy.
There you go.
I can't remember.
Donald
Yes,
Driver?
when
That
he
you talking
has
about?
weapons.
Donald
There you
Driver.
go. Yes, dude. He had fucking weapons, and that was the only time that he had a legitimate
So he had
chance.
weapons. So he didn't have weapons, or he does
Yes.
have weapons?
Talking about the last 10 years.
Oh, the
bro.
last 10 years now.
Yes.
He had
So
weapons,
he-
but he didn't
They
have
never
weapons.
gave him a fair chance. You guys
So
were
when he-
saying earlier
quote
that he
me,
made the NFC Championship and he made all these fucking playoff games and he flamed out and busted out and he couldn't win the big game. That's because in today's modern NFL, when you have a chance in the playoffs, you need to be able to score fucking points. Look at the AFC.
Jomo,
Every fucking
he's
quarterback
supposed to elevate him. You just said he's going
He
to elevate
does.
us.
to
How
the
come
first
how
seed
come
into the NFC
how come he's have 5
Championship.
rings then?
Why?
Oh,
So
man.
basically,
When you get to the-
what
when you get
we're
to the
actually having the
big
wrong
game-
conversation, man. We're having the wrong
Yeah.
conversation. We shouldn't be talking about Aaron Rodgers. We should be talking about Tom
Yeah.
Brady, because that's the guy with all the rings, and that's really Primetime's guy. Because Primetime's about I want a ring now. That's the guy with the most rings out there. It should be Tom Brady we're talking about here.
I think Aaron Rodgers coming here would be the Tom Brady to the Bucks effect. Instantly,
I
everybody
just
on
don't
the
get why
team
we
thinks
brought up
Super
Aaron
Bowl.
Rodgers like choking how many times tonight? Like Carr's made the playoffs one time in his career.
Exactly. That's exactly why. You tell us how bad Carr is, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't have 10
But
rings.
But he gets there
my
almost every
point with
single
the
year.
choking is he never had
But
any
prime time, it's
offensive
wait. But hold on, Jomo. He gets
Yeah.
there almost every year. Prime time. Your words exactly.
Every year.
He's come here to win the Super Bowl.
And
Getting
yeah,
there's not
and
good
you,
enough
and,
to
you,
win
and, you,
it.
and you have more offensive weapons than what the Packers have right now. Do you not?
That's
Prime
the big.
time.
That's the
Can I
big
ask
thing,
you a question?
dude.
Hold on.
Who would you take right now? Just
Than they
weapons
have
and Packers
ever
weapons.
had.
Yeah, but
Ever
I take.
had.
Yeah, but hold
I
on.
got you.
I take the
I got
Packers
you.
coaching staff though.
Hey, listen, Tyson, I'm
We
asking you
took
a
their
question.
guys.
Jomo,
We have their offensive
Jomo, prime
coordinator.
time. Let
Bro,
me ask you
come
a
on.
question. Yo, let me ask you a question.
But let's
How
hold
many-
on,
how
Tyrone.
many
Hold on,
coaches-
Tyrone.
Hold
Hold on one
good
second,
boy.
Tyrone. No, dude. Let's look. Nathaniel Hackett was calling red zone plays. Matt LaFleur calls the
I
fucking
know.
plays there. It's
And
his
third
fucking
down.
offense. So if you want to
know.
say what would I rather have, I'd rather have the Packers coaching staff.
Yeah.
Yo, I got
Well,
a really
hey,
good
LaFleur made
point,
those
though.
NFC championships too, bro.
Yo, Jomo, you've been watching the Packers for a long time, right? Let me ask you a real good
Yeah.
question. You're in prime time. How many coaches have Aaron Rodgers had?
2.
2
Exactly.
or 3.
How many coaches have Derek Carr had?
Like 6.
Who's the best one he had?
No, he had
Who's
what,
the-
3?
Who was the best one he had? John Gruden, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, until he.
Until he went down the wrong path.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying. So you're talking about. Listen,
We had like
he's
6
had
different coordinators.
He's had stability, bro. Though, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They've given him stability for the last 15 years he's been in the league. That's why he plays at the elite level, because he has stability. You're talking about quarterbacks who are put in different positions. He's won MVPs, right? So being an MVP player, you've had to have talent around you to be able to do
Carr
that, bro.
did have an MVP season. If we could all remember, I think it was the 2015 or 2016 season.
When he got hurt,
I think he broke his leg in week 15.
Yeah.
And he was MVP that year though.
So Jomo,
I was a
what
huge
if
fan of him
what if
because
Derek
of
Carr comes in prime time and has that kind of season again?
It's impossible, Tyrone. He can't improve. He's 31 years old. He's on the downside
Well, then
now.
it's the Rams.
Derek
effect,
Carr has
and
hit
you
his
have to
peak. His
go-
prime
you
is
gotta get
done.
Hopkins. Gotta get Hopkins.
Yeah, I talking all
if
this
you're
stuff.
gonna get Carr, you better get Hopkins.
It was easier than get fucking Hopkins. Why not?
Jimmy G has a great record. Just want to put that out there.
Oh Christ!
No, I'd rather go Mike White. That's where you lose me, and I'm Mike White.
Me too. I'm not doing Jimmy G. Fuck that.
I wouldn't do Baker either. Give me Mike White.
Nah, I'm not doing Baker Mayfield, bro. I'll stop being a Jet fan for Baker Mayfield.
How's about this one?
I'm not doing that.
Would you guys agree with me? I've
No.
been saying this for a few months now. Would you say that Mike White has been, with those small sample size, was he the best quarterback play outside of Ryan Fitzpatrick that you've seen in the past decade?
Yes.
Past decade? You saying
Let's go-
wait?
let's go- let's go
Prime
to
time. You
20
saying he's better than
Let's go to
Darnold?
2013, yeah.
You think Mike White's better than Darnold?
The small sample size, I think was, yeah.
Oof.
I mean, Darnold didn't throw for 400 yards.
He had that string of games his rookie year.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you.
It's a very small sample size. You can put that up with Darnold's last 4 games of his rookie year, but to me, like Darnold had. I mean, how many starts did he have?
So this is what you said the
If you're
last
looking
10
at
years.
just Mike White starts. I mean, he's got the
I
one.
think he had
bad start at
13 every
Buffalo.
year, Darnold.
They weren't wearing Sam Darnold shirts. I'll tell you that. So Mike effing White, baby.
That's true.
I think that was more directed at Zach.
Joe, good talking to you, man.
Hey, it's
Good
been
night,
nice,
bro.
guys. It's been fun. Have a good one.
Have a good night, man.
This show's been a train wreck.
Hey, keep these calls moving.
What's up, man?
The voice of reason.
I just want Chad Henne and this whole conversation.
But how
It's
many
cheap.
playoff games has he won?
It doesn't make it. He's cheap. You don't have to give up anything. You probably could get picks for him. Get picks from the team just to take him. Wow, what a night.
What a night, bro.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Never a dull moment.
Hello, Bulls. Hello, Elmo. Got you right before you said it. Good.
Yep, got him.
It's
Oh.
Listen, I agree. Rodgers, Carr, and the question is all timing.
Yep.
Okay, but we also have to look at the fact that teams can't wait either. They can't sit around waiting because other teams won't wait. They'll have to grab somebody. They can't play that carousel and wait to see if someone's available or not. So,
Well, Rodgers might force the Packers' hand and play this
Then-
out for a few months.
that's true. But then no one's going to wait for him because there's no guarantee.
Yeah, but wait. So when do the Packers they pick up Jordan Love's his option? Right, they already picked it up, didn't they? They picked it up last year, didn't they, or no?
Listen,
I
I'm not
thought he was
sure.
a free agent. I thought he was a free agent.
He's a free agent.
Jordan Love? I thought they picked up his option.
No,
I
I
forget.
don't think they did, Tyson.
They had to have.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What if I'm you're looking right now?
I forget what year he's in. I'm so fucking tired. I forgot what year he's in. You're our cap guy, Ephraim. You should know this shit. Captain contracts.
Cap is no. I don't have the contracts on me now.
Come on,
No.
man.
But
All right.
if you can't wait. You also
Showing him under contract for 2023. He's in the fourth year right
He's
now.
in his 4th year now, so they got to
Yeah.
pick up this year
Yeah.
for his 5th year. All right, so
Yeah.
he's going into year 4.
so you
So they don't have. So the Packers, they have. If Aaron Rodgers wants to play a game, they got Jordan Love in the building already. They don't.
Yeah,
have to,
yeah.
They don't have to
Right.
worry about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they if you're gonna have to get rid of him, so you don't have to pick up his contract either. You want to lose that. You want to save that cap hit.
But that
So
drags
they-
to like June, though, doesn't it? Isn't it like till June 1st or something?
I maybe officially, but I'm sure there's ways around that to an agreement, and then that gets solidified at that. It's active to that date. But
But just in terms of teams that are in the rush, it's more the Jets and the Packers because the Packers could sit and wait because free agency can start, they'll be fine. If anything, they could wait till the draft to do it. That's when it really matters to them is getting the draft picks before the draft actually happens.
right.
So
But
that's
do
what
you-
at the end of April.
And you wait
By then,
that long?
free agency is already you're already a month and a half
Over.
in the free agency.
Over.
You
Second
take that
wave.
chance?
No, can't. You can't, Prime.
Wait, no. But Tyrone, the question is, Ephraim, do you take that chance?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, I can't.
Whoa.
I
Can't.
can't take that chance. I can't.
No.
Then I come up empty.
Yep.
You're risking coming up empty.
Yeah.
As much as you'd want the guy, you risk coming up empty because then you're going all out. You're playing that you're playing that horse that comes in 100 to 1, and hoping it comes in because that's where your big payoff is.
Yep.
You know,
Makes sense.
It
sucks.
doesn't make sense to pay your plan B before you can know for a fact that
It's not a matter of
it's
not a matter of sense. It's all comes to timing. You can't afford to make that decision. You can't afford to wait. You really can't.
No.
We've talked about this before in other plays. We can't hold on and wait, and then we all bitched and moaned that Douglas waited and waited. He didn't get these guys right away in free agency, and we waited. We got secondhand players.
Yep.
We bitched and moaned about that all last year, the year before that, in free agency.
I'll say this: if you replace Derek Carr, and I know this wouldn't happen, if you replace Derek Carr with Lamar Jackson, let's just say for whatever reason the Ravens didn't tag him, he was the free agent that got cut, that he was available, right? And it's between him and waiting for Aaron Rodgers. That's a completely different conversation. That's your franchise quarterback. That's your top 10 guy. That's a guy that can get you to a Super Bowl. I would absolutely invest in Lamar Jackson before I know if Rodgers is available. Derek Carr to me is a different conversation.
The point is, Derek Carr gets released, right?
Mm.
Yeah, probably.
And then that's it. He's anybody's at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's wide open.
So that makes him more, and so he's got the advantage of hitting the market before anybody else.
Yes, sir.
It's not a matter of who you want. You know who you want. It's a matter of when you can get him.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it sucks. You don't have that time period. I think that's why he waited. He said 2 weeks. He'll make a decision. I think he also knows that Carr is going to be released by then. So he knows that there'll be suitors for Carr, and maybe the desired place he wants to go could be one of the teams that will take Carr, not waiting for him.
Yeah.
Okay, because they really, you really got to ask yourself, am I going to invest in a guy for just 1 year? I need to know he has to be with me 2 years.
Bingo.
I need to know that. I cannot make a chance. I need to have a discussion with him, with the Packers.
Yeah, but see,
No.
As long as that, you go ahead.
No, but my question is this: if the Jets get a chance to, at some point, you get to talk to Aaron Rodgers and say, "Listen, man, we're considering trading for you. The money's no big deal. Can you guarantee us you're going to play 2 years?" And he says, "I can't guarantee that. We'll discuss it after year one. I'm out." Right?
Yeah.
I am. That's my biggest fear is 1 year and out, and you're sitting here we're having the same conversation next year.
Yeah. You got it, and I think you could sell it to him. Look, it's a whole different team. We've given you everything. You will give you everything we can possibly grab. You got young players. It's like starting with it'll be a new team with all new young players. Rejuvenate yourself with this team. You could sell him on that. It's New York. He likes LA. It could be, New York is just as popular. And you make it in New York, you win everything basically. You're a star everywhere.
Yep.
But it sucks. It's a timing game. It really is a timing game. It just happens. One guy gets released before the other guy. If Carr could get is the same. If Carr was in the same situation as Rodgers, that'd be a better situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it isn't. This guy he's released. He's done. All it is money and no picks. And no one's going to trade for him because, something, I'm not going to give up nothing. I'll bid the other guy.
Yep.
Well, they said too with Carr, the whole Pro Bowl thing now is going to probably force the Raiders' hand because if he gets hurt, the money's guaguaranteed then. They're stuck paying him. So
exactly.
They ain't taking that chance. He'll fall down the steps or some shit.
He's not stupid. He's been around the league. He understands. He has the upper hand on that team.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. And
It's
same
gonna be
thing with
multiple teams
Rodgers.
bidding for him. It's gonna be multiple teams bidding for Carr too. You know what I'm saying? If like Washington, the Colts, it's gonna be
Panthers,
Tennessee's Panthers. It's gonna be a lot of teams.
He's a perfect fit for the Frank Reich and the Panthers. Derek Carr's perfect for them.
Yeah, you don't know, and to be frank, we don't know how he's going to play with the Jets. He could be excellent. Look at Geno; he came out of nowhere and he had such a great year with the Seahawks. No one expected.
No, but see,
that.
Afram, that's not true because Geno sucked. He's always going to suck. That's the way it is. When he played bad, he always played bad. He cannot improve as he gets older. It's impossible. It definitely can't happen. Derek Carr cannot improve. Geno cannot improve. Nobody can improve. He's 31 years old. He
can improve all he wants. He's not
He's
competing
cooked.
with Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Pat Mahomes.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Geno,
Don't say that. Don't.
Geno, what did
listen.
Geno do this year? Did Geno compete with anybody? He went toe to toe with everybody.
And what did he do in the playoffs?
Allen took a step down this year.
But Aaron Rodgers
because he choked again. He choked again
What
this
has he
year.
done in his entire career in the playoffs?
Okay.
20 years, one Super Bowl.
The Bills choked again
Yeah,
2
every
years in a
year.
row. They had the opportunity. They didn't come play. They lost at home. They lost at home against the Bengals, and they didn't look good.
If you're going to beat Buffalo with Carr, everything would have to be perfect. You'd have to have a full season,
Well,
no
let's
injuries. Your coach takes that. Like, everything would have to fall into place perfectly.
Do you think we
something
talking about the
serious with
Jets losing players? Let's see what players come back on Buffalo. They're going to lose Poyer.
And everybody else.
They're going to lose Poyer.
And
They're
Miami
lose
might get
other
better
guys.
too.
Okay, Miami could get better, could get worse. We don't know. I don't know the free agency.
get
Everyone
worse.
is never the same.
Miami
team.
went toe to toe with Buffalo with not Tua. I mean,
Exactly.
so it's
listen.
That's what I'm saying. There's at least 8 or 9 teams that are clearly far and above better than the New York Jets right now. And all these teams have franchise quarterbacks. And a lot
let
of them
me
have
ask you
elite
something.
coaches.
Be honest with me. Be
You wanna
honest with
compete
me.
with that? It's not
Be
fun.
honest with me.
Yeah.
We lost games by maybe one score. A lot of the games.
Yeah,
if
last
we
year.
had Carr this year,
Well, it's not going to be the same games this year.
hold on. If we
lose
had
4
Carr
more
this
games.
year, what game do we lose after the first 3 games or whatever it was, the first 2 losses?
we'd have 11 wins.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yep.
10, 11 win team, they're in the playoffs. But again,
But no,
that's
look
last
at every
year.
game and tell me
Yeah.
what game we lose after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We
I'm not arguing.
literally could
I'm
have
not
been 15
arguing-
and 2.
I'm not arguing. I don't know about that, but I'm not arguing the impact that Carr would
Look
have
at
had
the-
on last year's team, though.
Look at the
You don't-
games.
We can't know for a fact that we're getting that defense back next year. We don't even know what the roster is going to look like next year.
Yeah,
That
we
applies to
don't-
most teams, though. Most teams are losing. Everybody's losing
Exactly.
players.
Yeah.
Everybody's
We're
going to have to.
not-
but I'm
Everybody's
saying-
losing players.
We're thinking that the defense is going to do what it did last year, where they held these teams like under 10 points for a bunch of games, and all we needed was that one score from the quarterback. Well, like those games aren't going to play out the same way next year.
No,
So
you're
the
absolutely
Jets-
correct. But
so
we're
then-
gonna
so
have, you have
hold
more
on.
offense.
But Tyrell,
We
then why are the Jets a win now team? If nothing's, we can't guarantee nothing's going to be the same. The Jets aren't a win now team then.
We could be.
Rodgers gives you the best chance to win.
We could give you. We could end up being a little. We could end up being not a top 4 like we were last year. We could be a top 6,
Top 10.
or
We may play. We may actually play
We may
against
be a
starting
top
quarterbacks,
2.
not the backups this
Yeah.
year. You never know.
our defense could
Yep.
be a top 2 next year. We don't
Everybody
know.
got
We don't know what they're going
experience.
to do. But
And-
the bottom line is. The bottom line is, no matter how we all want, we want to grab this guy. That this this is not a Chinese menu. We could pick from column A, column and get whatever you want. If the guy wants to come here, you got to have the money and you got to fit in. You got to pay guys. Quinnen, I think they'll do the tag and then talk to him about. We'll give you your money the following year. We'll give
He's
you the big
holding out. Then.
contract.
He'll definitely hold
I don't
out.
know. We got to have the discussion. That discussion.
Well, he's
because
already on his 5th-year option this year. They don't even.
Yeah.
He
He'll
already said he's not
get-
going to
like
OTAs. He already said he's not
18,
reporting.
18 or something like. But you could
He's gonna get
do.
more than that.
What's
No,
that
I
one?
mean
He's gonna have about 21.
The franchise.
yeah, no. But
more
I'm
than
saying
that.
if you tag him, I think it's 18-9.
Oh, okay.
What for
Yeah,
next year?
so, if they tag him for 2023, it's 18-9. I thought I just
No,
saw
he's
that
already
happen.
under contract.
He's under
next year.
contract now,
It's
yeah.
it's
Next
his
year.
5th-year
It's
option
next year.
next year. It's
It's
like
next year,
9.5
yeah.
million or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, there's ways around it. It's all dialogue at this point.
Yeah,
You got to show him that you're the future. We'll take care of you. This and that. Come up with the contract where he takes it low this year and then gets it in the following year, right?
Yep.
Everyone.
Absolutely.
All these contracts, the players want 2 things: good average, annual value, and then
Yeah.
guaranteed
And
money.
guaranteed
if you-
money,
if you-
guaranteed
if
money.
If you can guarantee him that, put him up there
Yep.
with Leonard Williams and Buckner.
I mean,
and guys like that,
the
making more than
cap
20
keeps
million,
going
they'll
up.
get
The
him back.
cap, the
But
cap's
yeah, it
gonna
went up.
keep going
It
up.
went up 16 million this year. But listen, also, if you want to look at something else too, though, the O-line coach that we hired, the run game coordinator, this guy wants to run the football, so there's something definitely he wants to do. So,
Hey, listen, everyone's said positive things about this guy. This guy, was a great pickup.
Tennessee, look at Tennessee. They've been.
Wait. Don't put the offensive line coach.
The new guy, yeah.
Everybody said a lot of good things about him.
Titan fans
I heard
didn't.
that.
Titan fans didn't.
Huh?
Titan fans didn't like him.
There's some former players that weren't saying good things either.
Well,
What
maybe he's
was
not a
that?
player's coach, but
Yeah.
he was productive.
Yeah.
Well, I
he
mean,
had a good
you know,
running
to be
back.
honest with you, Salah probably needs a hard ass on his staff, though. I think they were getting a little bit
That's
too
fine.
pressure anyway. So.
That's fine. You need a guy there. I think they still need a defensive line coach, right? They
Did
gotta
you
go
like the
for-
Hackett hire, Ephraim?
They wanted a veteran guy. I think he was probably the best available at that point. I don't think they were going to go to another rookie guy. Monken went to Georgia.
Tampa Bay.
No, I think he went to Georgia. Did he? Did he sign with
He
Tampa?
was
He's
at
from
Georgia,
Georgia.
and then he went to Tampa.
Yeah. Everyone goes say,
Get
I,
Monken, bro. Damn, we could just get Monken, bro.
we can get this guy, this guy.
3 years ago with a Monken.
I understand. Does he want to come here? Does he want to have that? You know, maybe he's happy there, less pressure.
He's from there too. Didn't he already coach there once already
Yeah.
before too?
Yeah, he was already there with Darius, right?
Not everybody wants to come in and a challenge. A lot of people like to go where they don't have the pressure and ultimatums. You know, it's a tough market here.
Yeah, but Todd Bowles is going to be. But Todd Bowles is going to be on the hot seat, and they have no quarterback because Brady's leaving, so he's not walking to an ideal situation there either.
But
Unless
they make him head coach.
At least they know Derek Carr's going down there.
Their division is bad, though.
Bro, if I'm Derek Carr, it's exactly where I'm going, dude. All the weapons they have with
Absolutely.
Evans and Godwin and all those guys.
Yeah.
Shit.
Everything. That's why you gotta. You know, this is the thing. You could lose him right away. So
It's a
depends
risk
on
I'm
what
willing
they.
to take.
That's a big risk.
See, it's a risk you're willing to take until it doesn't happen. You're gonna be sitting here bitching and moaning. I can't believe we suck. I can't believe run.
Baker Mayfield, baby.
Again,
Jesus Christ, bring back Sam Darnold.
either home run or bottom out and we clean house. That's my mindset right now.
You know,
Go for the home run, win a Super
listen,
Bowl. I got this idea of
let's-
building
let's-
and trusting the cap, trusting the draft picks. Like,
let's all be honest with ourselves. Every time a guy is available and there's tied to us, all of a sudden he's the
never
soup
happens.
of the day, and that's all we want. We forget about all the good things we've said about everybody else that we wanted. You know, he's shit. He's no good. Why do you mean? You know, this is the guy, and then this guy is the next available guy. He's good. Look what he's done. This and that. It's.
We wanted Lamar Jackson about a month ago. We hated Hackett a month ago, and now Rodgers is the answer, and Hackett's gonna be a good coordinator.
Can't like that song. Like Ron say, can't always get what you want. You know.
You know what it is, though?
but
You know what
if
it
we
is, too?
try,
Like,
we might get what we need.
but it's just like we've been down this road so many times before. We're always associated to names, and you just wait for the other thing.
Yeah.
You know, Rodgers is going to stay with the Packers, or some shit's going to happen, and we're going to be stuck here looking around, like, all right, we're going to be sitting
Tyson,
here
you know,
analyzing.
Tyson,
We're
you've
going to
been
be
a Jet
justifying
fan-
Jacoby Brissett's game.
You've been a Jet fan forever. You know that's what's going to end up happening, bro.
Yeah.
There's no
Every
there's no need to
offseason,
get
Jets are
excited about
interested.
that.
Jets are interested.
Listen,
Yes.
they were all in on Hill. They were ready to make that deal with Hill. He's trying. He's trying to get the players. It all depends.
Well,
on how
the Hackett thing is the only thing giving you a chance. That's the only thing that gives you a glimmer of hope. But
yeah.
But if you
know.
don't get Rodgers and you have to have Hackett, are you guys thinking he can take this team to the next level? That's the question. That's the problem.
You
That's
say
the problem.
no. You say no because you're basing it on his head coaching experience. But he did do well with in the Tampa and the Jacksonville. He
his
did with
scheme
Blake
works
Bortles.
what Salah wants, man. It's West Coast. He's going to run the ball a lot.
Stinking
Yeah.
dunk, just like his
Yeah.
father.
Yeah.
Stinking dunk, just like his dad.
And if you win,
Wonderful.
exactly.
And if you don't, you'll be fired all next year, all of you.
If you
Yeah,
lose,
you can-
everybody
You can
fired.
do Air Coryell and it looks great on the highlight film. But if you lose, don't mean shit.
Yep.
I mean, nothing. Nope.
It's all about the W. The W. They
I'm
like that.
surprised Calabrese kept his job.
We don't know yet. It's still early.
That's you. Hackett could start. Hackett could start
It's-
interviewing and firing him. He could do that.
Exactly. That's and he'll tell him you hire who you want and do what you want. Now he
Should be
blames.
the way anyway.
Well,
That
that's
should be the way
that's
anyway.
that's the same right. The head coach now delegate. The CEO delegates this guy, the VP. You hire your group. The defense guy hire your group. It comes down to that.
I got a
So-
question. Did y'all guys hear Salah's interview when he was talking about quarterbacks? And he was like, "Yeah, the guys upstairs are working on that." Like he was really out the loop like that. Like that.
Well, he's got to say
bother
that.
you?
You can't talk
Yeah.
trades and what they want,
No,
what they
no,
don't
no,
want.
no, 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 no. I understand that part of it, but it just seemed like he was like a little, like I don't know, like a little too much. Like he was out the loop for me.
He probably just wasn't trying to share anything.
I don't think they share. But you heard Rodgers today. I don't know, how legitimate it is, but he said that he's heard they're talking with other teams when he's not included. If that's true or not.
He plays this game all the time. Like he's so calculated with everything he says. He leaves he drops these little nuggets out there so everybody could overreact and analyze it. Then he'll be back on McAfee next Tuesday doing the same shit.
Well, that's my next point. If the Jets get him, does he get upset when they tell him you can't go on Pat McAfee's show anymore?
They're not telling him that.
Imagine that being the reason we don't get Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, look.
The trade was all completed, but
they have those guys, that press guys. Okay. Do you remember the Revis interview with Francesa?
No.
And then the guy told him, get off the phone. That's it. The interview's over. He had to listen on the thing, and he told Revis that's it, because Francesa was getting on Revis regarding, I think it was after the Miami game, where it was he was trying to bait him into, did you push him and this and that, and it was again the way he what's his name, Marshall complained. Remember he had the interception at the goal line.
Yeah, was that the same game where Braylon got suspended for the first quarter?
I don't know, but I remember that he was on Francesa phone interview, and questions were getting where he didn't want it, and the guy went on and said the interview's over, and that was it. And Francesa went crazy over that.
They're not controlling Aaron Rodgers, man.
But I'm just saying that's the extreme.
He'll do whatever he wants. He don't give two shits.
They're not going to control. Listen, they're not going to be able to control Aaron Rodgers. Period. He's not putting up with that shit.
We'll see in the next 2 weeks.
He can come here, do whatever he wants, rock that number 12 with permission.
Does prime time smile?
Once Aaron Rodgers is a Jet.
Does Derek Carr pay a visit to New York?
I want Derek Carr to piss primetime off now. That's what I want. I do. I want them like trade from tomorrow.
Hey, you never know.
I do. I'd be happy as shit. We'd be live streaming the shit out of that. I'd drive. You know what? If they trade for Derek Carr with the next 3 years, I would drive to Primetime's house and stream from his driveway.
I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be like 2 years ago when we drafted Zach. I put the headband on. This will take a few.
Tyson will rent a plane and have a banner fly over your house.
We ain't doing that no more.
I'll have like the Derek Carr jersey for Primetime. I'll have Legend be happy with one. We'll have them.
I'm telling you. We'll see. Well, next week we'll see next week what happens. Somebody's going to start a room, and this next session, the show, it's all of a sudden about something else.
Jets are trading for Kyler Murray or some bullshit. We'll hear something
exactly. New. You never know. But gentlemen, it's a good night tonight. I can tell you that you're going to get a lot of views tonight.
Oh, I can imagine the feedback on this bullshit.
Yeah. Good night. And also, I got to hand it to the chat. When they see an opportunity, they're very quick-witted.
Mm-hmm.
They will.
Oh, they never miss.
Not a bit, and they're fast.
So wait, Afram, is 2023 the year of the Jets?
I'm holding off. I'm holding off because I just don't know. I don't know if I jinxed the team or not.
Everything was going good until you changed your prediction last year.
No. You could see the writing.
Once you raised the bar to 11 wins, that was it.
They look good. What can I tell you? And actually, if White didn't get hurt, we had chances. But unfortunately, the guy took some beatings and a half. So what are you going to do?
If Solid wasn't too loyal to Zach, they would have been fine too. But
yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, this is the cards we were dealt. But there's promise. There's hope. And
at least we can feel good knowing that it was all LaFleur. It's not like he had any other jobs.
That's right.
So,
Well, let's see what the Rams do.
It's good that Woody Johnson got LaFleur fired. That's always wonderful. That's great.
It wasn't LaFleur when it comes out there.
It's always good that the owner's involved like that.
Sometimes someone's got to take the hit.
That's what happened.
So why does Brant Boyer survive?
Maybe it just wasn't a big of an issue versus the
offense. Solid's too nice to fire anybody.
I don't think he didn't want to get rid of LaFleur.
No, absolutely not. That wasn't his decision.
If they told him, you got to get rid of Boyer, they would have fired Boyer.
But what?
I'm wondering if it was genuinely like Woody Johnson that made the call, or if it actually was just players that were just sick of LaFleur. They didn't like his offense. There were personal issues, and that's what ultimately led to all right. Let's mutually.
I think they had a discussion, and I think they asked him, "Tell me why we have to hold on to this guy." Show me why. Show me what reasons we need to hold on to this guy. We have to make a change, and it's if everything points towards the offensive coordinator. We can't score a touchdown. We can't do nothing. So he probably didn't have a case. He couldn't have a case. So.
When Garrett Wilson started speaking out, saying they knew our plays and everything else, that was, like,
absolutely.
Because Salah's all about that. He's all about that leadership committee he has, and then I guess they all speak openly. I'm sure those conversations weren't pretty either.
I tell you
The
that.
question is, does Boyer survive another regime? That's the real question.
Some guys do. Some guys are like, some guys are like cockroaches. They always come in, they always come out.
So I got to, Afram, what do you do with Carl Lawson?
Lawson, you got to restructure, or you have to let him go. It's unfortunate, but it's just money. It's just, do you give him another 15 million just to bull rush everything? A lot of people say he wasn't fully healthy, and
he had a setback last year.
He had a setback last year, so he didn't want to do the spin moves or whatever. He had to just bull rush everything. And then I agree with Tyrone. Huff is a small guy. He's situational pass rusher, and it works out good. So do you give Jermaine Johnson that position full time at that point, or
Johnson's pretty good against the run. He sets the pretty well.
So is Rankins.
Yeah.
And so is Clemens. So is Clemens.
Was that your dog? What was that?
No, that wasn't me. Oh, he dropped his phone. Yeah.
So Rankins is a free agent too.
Yeah, but I think you get him for like $5 million or something.
But if you've got Quinnen and JFM that you can put in the middle, I mean, do you really need to pay Rankins another $6-7 million? That's
why won't they put JFM in the middle anyway, bro? They're playing on the outside.
They did a little
I didn't understand that, bro.
I don't either. I have no idea, but I think they like their rotation. So, listen, it's too early to tell right now.
I think they felt they were too small with JFM.
Just trust the process, man.
Let's see what he does with the money and how he handles it and what he goes after. I think the first thing, of course, is the quarterback, because that has to be your first priority.
Well, if he gets two free agents that can contribute, that'd be a plus for him. He's making progress.
Yeah. We don't know. I mean, listen. Yeah, but we were all high. We were all high on Laken Thomas.
We were all high. Yes, we were all high.
You're right. Listen, come on. We were all happy. We said this is great. This is good. But that old line, the thing was carousel left and right.
Well, now, but now, what do you do with the offensive line? Becton's a question mark. Dwayne Brown's a question mark. George Fant's going to be gone. McGovern's a free agent. Herbig's out.
All right, we gotta wait. We have to wait and see. I don't know. I have no answers.
The bigger question:
bring back Brown. If Brown wants to come back, do you bring him back? Or
he's under contract.
He's under contract.
Yeah. I know, but we can get out of it, right?
It's a hit.
No, it's a big hit.
Okay.
No.
Oh wow.
I think he would have to retire, but I don't know if if he retires.
I think they still owe him some money.
They still owe him some
money.
Not
as much, but I think they still owe him some money if he retires.
So.
My question though is, if they all come back, Brown, Becton, Mitchell's here, like, can you afford to pay somebody else big money?
The salary cap doesn't mean anything. We spend. After we get Rodgers and Hopkins, we spend for the top linemen out there.
I think he re-signed McGovern because he's been, he hasn't been flashy, but he's been solid. He hasn't missed a game really.
He said he wants to come back too for some reason.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
Probably get him on the cheap.
So do you feel it's a bigger need for tackle or guard then, taking the center out?
Guard.
What? Tackle?
No.
Is ABT your tackle though?
No. If Brown, you're right. If Brown come,
he's like, oh, you're right.
No, I mean, because listen, but I mean, are you going to use AVT? If you're using AVT as tackle, or you can put him at the guard? Though that's the question.
I kind of like him at tackle. He's your best offensive lineman.
Yeah, he is, bro. He played amazing on left and
he
right.
He can play both.
Yeah, exactly. He played great.
Yeah.
But
people think I'm crazy, but I'd like to see Becton at right guard.
Yo, listen, I see.
Just let him be a baller.
If you watch Becton's out interview, I'm telling you, he lost a lot of weight. He looked really good.
Yeah. Even Chamini said he looked good.
He did, bro.
You saw him 2 weeks ago. He said he looks great.
January.
I understand.
Yeah. Let's see this
Tyson,
shit in June.
He's staying here the whole time. He's not going to Texas.
I'm staying here too.
He's working every day, though, bro.
He's running every day. He's running every day for that big challenge, by the way.
That's right. So we got June. Let's see what happens in June. What he's doing in June. And then, more importantly, that's what he's doing in August.
No, Tyson.
Why?
June. Talk to me about Beckham in December, bro. We didn't even make it to December. We'll be good with that.
Why are we always worried about the negative? Why can't we just?
Because you know why? Because you know what? I was glad to hear Becton was in shape, but also he lost like 15 pounds in 2 weeks. So he did that shit right before he reported to everybody to see him. He's also playing for a contract too. This is a contract year for him too, man. So you're hopefully you get the best version. Where I mean, he has to be in the best shape of his life. Now this is, I mean, you have a good year this year. You're gonna make huge money,
and that's good for us. You hope everyone plays on the contract.
No. Tyson,
you might have the best of your game. You know?
They didn't pick up his 5th-year option today.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Well,
he's playing for a contract, dude.
You can't pick up his 5th-year option. You can't. I'm sorry, you
No,
can't.
no, but it'd be.
What if he plays left tackle and he's dominating the first 6 weeks of the season?
Well, no, they'd have to make that decision like this offseason, though.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I don't think they pick up his 5th option.
I don't think he can. I mean, I don't think he plays great or not.
Which is good. That means he has to really play hard and play for a contract for the next year. Play for a big contract.
If he turns into Trent Williams, then something different. You go ahead and pay him the man. But I mean, you gotta stay healthy.
Let's hope for the best, guys. That's all we can do.
So in summary, we need 3 offensive linemen, a quarterback, 2 linebackers, a safety, and a pass rusher. Other than that, we're fine.
Other than that, we're good.
That's to do that in a day.
Just get the quarterback. It'll solve everything.
In
Everything else will fall into place.
In D Hop.
Yeah, that's 2. D Hopkins is your second. Is your second.
Corey Davis is gone. Berrios is gone. You know what's funny is like you can have a world where Corey Davis is gone, Berrios is gone, and Mims is gone. You need all new receivers.
I don't think Mims goes.
Really?
I really think Mims doesn't go. He's too cheap. He's still cheap.
He's making nothing.
Nathaniel Hackett's going to save him.
You never know.
Corey
You don't know what kind of
Corey Davis too, though. I mean, when you compare to what
Well,
other receivers get in the market,
let's be honest now. How many guys got into the doghouse with LaFleur? Michael Carter. All of a sudden, what did he do?
I think he was hurt though.
Yeah,
Still, he wasn't in many plays. No one's
James
mentioned
Robinson?
yet. No one's made any mention of him being hurt. Robinson came in hurt, so that we're making the presumption that he was
Hell of a trade
still hurt,
that was.
You know.
Round pick.
Meanwhile, Zonovan Knight sitting there was good enough to play, but wasn't getting the playing time.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Exactly. Great. Actually, play. And listen, y'all seen Brees running, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Treadmill.
I like that. That treadmill. That was
Water,
that was some high tech
water,
treadmill.
yeah.
Did you see that?
No, he was in water. He was in water.
Was that water?
Wish
Yes,
I was in water.
I swear I thought it was water.
Was it? Wait, the treadmill was under.
No, like there's
Like
one.
when it's, it wasn't like his full. It wasn't his full body weight.
His full body weight. Yeah.
They said he's ahead of schedule. Meanwhile, everyone else thinks he's going to be another year.
But it
out.
takes a year to recover from that, though, man. I'm scared. I don't want to rush him back, man.
We don't know.
Jeopardize him.
Look at what's his name.
Barkley.
It took him 2 years. It took Barkley 2 years.
I know.
Tyson.
He's a freak athlete.
Oh yeah, now.
But Cam Akers.
Cam Akers. He came out very quick.
Yeah, but he didn't play well either, though. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you know what, Tyron, what you don't realize is once you sign Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall is automatically healthy. He just magically puts the magic dust on him. He gives him the shroom, and then Brees Hall will be magically healthy too.
The shroom, I like
the
that.
Shroom. He'll give him like the Hayayuska shit that he gives him. You give the Brees Hall, he'll be fine. Then all of a sudden, like he'll give something to Mims. Mims will be like a fucking Pro Bowler. It all changes. Guys, don't smoke the same shit.
I'm sure there's people in the waiting to get on. I don't want to.
That's fine. We're going on all night. Who cares?
Just a day. Enjoy
let's hope for the best. You know, every day is a different day. And
it's like anti-gravity treadmills, but he's running on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds dangerous.
I don't know. It sounds high tech. If it gets him better, faster, I don't.
Yep. No weight on his body though, so he looks good running.
He heals faster.
So what is it? What is it? We have the Aaron Rodgers timeline. What is the Afram timeline for identifying year of the Jets or not?
Let's wait to free agency and the draft. Can you give me that long?
So May 1st?
Is it May 1st?
May 1st, you pretty much have the draft.
I'll give you May 1st.
May 1st, we get the identification of the year of the Jets or going to be one of those years.
I'll give you a new slogan. I'll give you something to put on a T-shirt, like what was it? You suck, go fuck yourself, or whatever was that? And if I had another one, if Aaron Rodgers comes on and he gets number 12, reverse the curse.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that. Yeah,
okay, so that's another T-shirt you need.
I like. He's not high, but he's not sober.
That's a good one
that.
too.
Yeah, that's dope. That's
Yeah, but I'm still waiting for the sleeveless hoodie. Me and Pipe Time, we've told you that.
I've been waiting.
I'm just telling you. I'm not
I'm
saying
still waiting for Tyrone's sweatshirt. So we're all waiting for something.
That's
Man.
like
Oh, the white one?
Why do y'all start this man? 3
The
weeks.
white
I'm
one?
at peace.
That white one is only you made that?
Yeah, he made ones for himself. That's it.
You only made one for yourself?
See, what happened was, he sent the tailor the wrong measurements, and then he got like 5XL.
Then he ran out of material.
And they sent him to the wrong state.
The guy,
Tyrone.
I got their shirts though.
Hold on, Tyrone. I respect you, but if you made only for yourself and not for these two guys as part of the team, that's wrong. Forget about us and not offering, but that's okay.
We're used to it.
See, man, that is not the case.
No, you got it. And I tell you put that on, you'd sell it. That's a nice shirt.
That's not the case.
Must be nice. Oh well, one day after him.
This is Tyson. This is just put those screws right in.
3 weeks of this shit, I was having pieces in prime time. He comes back chaos first night.
Tyson doesn't miss a beat. He sees that opportunity and.
No, I'm just we're just making observations.
Well.
You're the Jets. That's when we'll get it.
Ephraim, have a great night. It was good seeing you.
May 1st. You
May
too.
1st.
Have a good night.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrone's called Hollywood. Why is anybody surprised?
Oh, I mean, I'm just
we could sow the I in team. All right.
Oh, shit. Oh man.
All right. We'll go to our cleanup hitter. What's up, man?
My guys.
What's up, man?
My guys.
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
How are you? Well, this has been a crazy night.
It's been ridiculous.
I learned Aaron Rodgers is God. I learned that you only need a quarterback to win, to be a good team.
Yep.
And I learned that Vincent wants to paint every red door black.
Vincent's call was interesting tonight for sure. That was definitely interesting.
I understood what he was trying to say, but
His Tampa Bay points made no sense.
no.
And I saw PT turn into a bobblehead.
Oh, yeah, during his guitar.
He was
Trying to get down a little bit.
He's played that song in the past. It was a little bit better. Tonight was a little sloppy. It was not on point.
Well, he was hot. But not
Wish
so
I
much.
was.
Oh man.
I was crying. And not tears of sadness.
You're gonna be crying when Geno Smith leaves you.
You only cry? No, PT will be crying when Aaron Rodgers doesn't show up.
I will be.
Yeah, it's all so predictable, man. 'Cause I've been down this road with Primetime before, where he has his heart broken with the Jets. So now he's all animated, all fiery, arguing with me and Tyrone.
This never ends well.
The minute this goes the wrong way, Primetime will be quiet as shit.
Straight depression, bro.
The chat's gonna attack him. And it'll be like a month and a half of carrying the channel because Primetime's gonna be in
Straight
isolation,
depressed.
not talking to nobody.
I tried to wait a couple days and not do this. I was like, all right, it's probably not gonna happen. I don't want to get my hopes up. And too late.
Yes,
Too
sir.
late.
Do you remember what I said last week?
What'd you say last week?
I have a song ready for when Aaron Rodgers doesn't show up.
Oh yeah, what's your song?
What's the song, yo?
This is a heartbreak hotel.
Oh, Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel.
Been there many
Hey,
times.
He's going into straight
Yes,
depression, bro.
but
Like, yo, he was going tonight, bro. I felt the Sam shit all over again, bro. I was just that vibe. It just came back.
yeah, only it's not a redhead this time.
Use a redhead in my
If only we were talking about females and not grown men.
Yeah, I mean, But it's almost we only got what 2 weeks of football left, man. That's it. Then we're on to the real bullshit.
Yep,
Can we
all
please?
season.
Can we please get rid of the Pro Bowl?
Yeah,
Please.
that's horrible.
Well, the Pro Bowl is actually
Wow.
helping us. It's going to make Derek Carr get cut, so that's going to actually help us make things interesting.
I'm not
Aren't they doing something different this year?
Yeah, they're playing like stupid games and
black
just.
football.
And you know what the funny thing is?
I
They're
said
trying to avoid
yeah.
injuries. They're trying to avoid injuries, and the games they're playing are just. Somebody's gonna get hurt. They're just
You're
Dodgeball.
going to get hurt. Flag football is worse because you're jumping and twisting and
dodgeball
trying
or
to
some
spin.
shit.
Yeah, like that running back with the Patriots all them years back and tore his knee
Yeah.
up on the beach.
Was it
Yeah.
Edwards or some
Yeah,
shit? Or what his name was?
Yeah.
I thought it was Corey Dillon, but I could be wrong.
No, it wasn't Dylan.
No, it was Edwards. What the hell was his name? Oh, I remember. Fuck, I forget his name. You're right though. What they should do, to be honest with you, they should have a big fan fest. Put all these guys behind a big tent or tables. Let them all sign
Yeah.
autographs for the fans. Let the fans meet them. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody's happy. Take some pictures and go home. That's
Why
it.
would the players want to do that?
That's what they used to do, and then
It's just something they're gonna pay to be there. They're gonna get paid big money to be there. $40,000 to sign autographs.
the only Pro Bowl memory I have is Sean Taylor trying to kill a punter.
Oh, yeah, that was the hit. Yeah, that was vicious, bro.
What about when Keyshawn Johnson won the MVP, man? Come on.
What about when Jamal Adams won the MVP?
That's right. See,
I was too young for Keyshawn.
that's my only highlight.
I was too young for Keyshawn's Pro Bowl.
So Jose, what's your take on Derek Carr now that his career's over?
I said this last week. I said, do not. All right, so while I was waiting, I looked up how many NFC Championship games the God known as Aaron Rodgers has gone to. He's gone to 8.
He's got the 8.
1-1.
He's
And
lost.
1-1.
He's lost 7.
Oof.
And the only reason he won one was because Jay Cutler decided to do the Tour de France instead of coming out and playing in the second half.
I'll take my chances on getting to
Of course you
Never
will.
in the champion.
AFC
Well, you know, with Joe Mo,
championship game.
you forgot Joe Motos. He had no weapons, so
Oh,
with the 8
God.
championship games.
Yeah, Jordan Nelson, Randall Cobb, Greg Jennings, Ryan Grant, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon,
Yep.
Aaron Williams. On defense, yeah, the Smith brothers.
Preston and
Preston.
Zardarius. Yep.
Clay Matthews.
Darius. And you're gonna tell me he had no defense, Jomo?
No,
Shut
that's
up
Jomo's.
forever.
Yeah, Jomo lost me in that one where he's like,
Ugh.
I know he's 1-7 in championship games. Damn.
Yo, I told you, bro. Like, listen, that's
Cool.
Prime
Let's get to
time?
a championship game and see what happens. Sign me up.
I know.
No,
Next January.
no. Not
bro.
get to the championship game and see what happens. It's Super Bowl or
win.
bust. He doesn't get Super
Yes.
Bowl, it's complete bust.
that was your thing. Super
It
That
Bowl
would
was
be,
your-
yeah.
that was
It
yeah.
would
So
be, yeah.
don't change
No,
your
it
take
would be.
now. You said Super
But yeah,
Bowl.
let's get to that championship game and see what happens.
No.
We
Making the
we
playoffs is
lost
not good
2
enough,
NFC championship
Carr
games
ain't
already.
getting me to that championship game.
in your
How
opinion.
you know that?
I know that.
Yeah. So would you? So what's worse, not getting to it or getting to it and losing?
That's what I asked him last week. That's what I asked him last week.
So what's gonna break prime time as far as we'll get to the championship game, we're gonna lose it, and he's gonna retire.
Listen,
Boom.
At the very least, it would kind of give this organization the reset that it needs. You put a face to the
Yeah,
franchise
then
here.
you retire.
for
Then
a
you
year
gotta
or two.
find a quarterback all over again.
Tyson,
You need something
sir.
right now to energize
Right.
the fan base, the team. You're like, you need
Always.
something. Not Carr.
Tyson, you were saying the exact thing I said last week. The exact same thing. Now, Tyrone,
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes,
Perfect.
sir.
You watched the show BMF, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I did a review of the first 4 episodes on my channel today.
Oh,
Make
nice.
sure you check that out.
All right, brother. I will, bro.
I
Who's getting some points in now?
It was nothing but chaos, but You know me, I love chaos.
Absolutely.
Well,
watched the
Jose,
first season last year.
it's
Pretty
good seeing you, Jose. I'm glad. How's your channel doing? Good.
It's stuck on 689 subs for whatever reason.
Not to worry about it, man. It's the off season.
I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with what I'm posting. I think YouTube is just hating for whatever.
They're taking you out of the algorithms.
Pretty much.
Well, you know, it's also the time of year too. People change. They're out doing things. You never know, man.
You never know. Tyson, how have you been doing?
I've been doing good, man.
How's your mental health?
Good. My mental health is good, dude. I'm not streaming. I'm happy. I come on here. I'm angry now. I'm fucking want to beat the shit out of people. See, I learned my mental health is happier when I'm not on these things. I'm more sane. 10 minutes of prime time. I want to fight him, and I'm rooting for Derek Carr now. I actually, you know, Jose. I actually wanted Aaron Rodgers before this show, and now I don't want him.
I talked to you in the car
because of Kevin.
Before I go, I hate to say this, but my stepdad came into my room Sunday and told me, "Hey, next time you're on the Jets podcast, thank them for Mike LaFleur." I'm like, what the hell? Have you seen him call a game?
Well, he won't be calling games with the Rams though. That's going to be.
No, he'll be sitting there. He'll be the water boy. He'll be doing like the red zone or some shit, which he's terrible at. So he can learn there.
Well, yeah, we definitely won't be doing red zone.
Well, my stepdad is
his first 15 plays will be used either.
Yep.
My stepdad's a Rams fan.
No way.
And my brother-in-law is a Packers fan. So God give me strength.
Good luck, man.
Guys, have a nice night. Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
All right, love you.
Great
Have
night,
a good one, man.
Good talking to you, man.
Talk to you guys next week. I'm out. Peace.
Later, dude.
Peace,
all right, bro.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. An eventful 2.5 hours. I'm exhausted now from this shit.
Definitely different.
So when the Jets get Derek Carr within the next week or so, we'll go live immediately from Primetime's driveway.
Not happening.
Oh man.
Or if any other breaking news happens other than Nathaniel Hackett, we will do something. So we'll talk to you guys later on.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.